Tuesday, everybody. It's not a mild Tuesday. It's a wild Tuesday because the wild man is back in studio, everybody. Back from his wedding. We missed you terribly at the free throw.
I know.
You would have. Man, was this your event?
Yeah.
You would have. They missed you. People were asking me where the wild berries were.
Yeah.
But good to have you back in studio.
Buddy. Thank you.
Roxy Striar is here. Now we are co-stars. Apparently, you and I are co-stars.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Oh, you and I are co-stars.
Come on, Roxy.
I thought you meant on this show.
Well,
We've been co-stars. I didn't know if I'd been bumped up.
Well, you have been, as far as like, because you and I both have voices in the latest episode of Lil Bobby and the Juice.
Heyo, heyo.
And the creators of that show, Tom Dagnino and Mike Sidisin, will be back to talk about it because it is the infamous Carl win a goldfish here. It's his episode, so that's up.
Episode 3.
It's up. Mark Reilly,
hi.
Hair of the millennium. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carl.
Are you doing well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of.
He buried the lead when I walked in. He got a new dog.
Oh yeah, you got a new dog. We'll talk about that for sure.
I did get a new dog.
Yeah, you got a new dog. So look, here's the thing with I'm glad you got a new dog. The dog's adorable.
Yeah.
Saw the pictures. Yeah. The one question I have is because the first thing you told me because people kept asking you, they go, "Are you getting a new dog?" You're like, "Of course." But after the wedding.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened was we saw her.
Yeah.
It's a her.
That was it.
Yeah. Well, Julie saw her, and we. I blame Andrew Guy a lot in this. Because Andrew,
I say that every day.
You can say that.
Andrew Guy rescued from an organization called the LaBelle Foundation. It's a wonderful rescue.
Is that the one that Jen works with?
No, she's Care Rescue.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he kept saying, so he got his dog, and he kept sharing pictures with me.
This microphone stinks.
I'm sure it does.
I finally
got
smelled it.
You finally
got burnt.
It stinks.
Took 100 episodes, but you got burned.
There it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he kept sharing, and then Julie got wind of it. We started looking at pictures.
I just got wind of it.
You just got wind of it. You got wind of that, and then one of a dog named Ace that we changed the name to Leia.
Ace.
Didn't fit for a female.
Yeah.
But she was found in a snowy chicken coop and near death. She was rehabilitated, and she was the sweetest dog.
You got it. How old is she? I'm sorry?
She's 3 months.
She's 3 months.
She's so cute.
In Temecula.
Right.
During all that rain.
So she can learn. She can learn her new name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she can learn her new name, and we just I just kept going. I don't know, and then I met her.
And it was a melted her.
I knew
Sweet dog.
before you met her.
The sweetest dog.
Who meets a dog and then is like,
I was trying to play it because I don't know. I just was trying to play it like really even keeled, and then I met her, and it all changed. And this dog went right to Julie and just started licking her, and then came to me, and then now she sleeps in the bed. She's just the sweetest dog I've ever met. She's calm. She's already sitting. She's already using the puppy pads.
Paw.
Yeah.
Paw. I'm working on Paw.
Well, it's a good story to start episode 100 out.
yeah, like what are we doing?
And I'll share pictures
We're
later.
talking.
I know, but it's episode 100.
Yeah.
Like
You made cupcakes.
everybody, take your shirts off or something.
I'm good.
I'm all right. 10 years ago.
Cool.
I'm good.
I'm just trying to make a 100th show here.
All I'm going to tell you.
100.
Thank you. All I'm going to tell you for the 100 is that I finally, after 100 episodes, understand what you're talking about. This is atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
Someone put their asshole on
when
this
it
thing.
starts to smell, you can't think of anything else,
No.
and it's hard to actually do your job.
Someone literally decided to just take a shit on this thing this morning.
I wonder if somebody who usually sits here sat there, because this one's not bad today.
There were two
brutal.
things that happened in here before the show. There were a couple reviews, and so who was in here?
Well, the schmoes were in here. I was sitting over there though.
There it is.
But Mark doesn't have stinky breath.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time.
Yeah,
Not a
Mark
stinky breath.
doesn't have
No, he doesn't.
And then Perry was over here with Mance, and they don't have stinky breath.
I think it's like a combo of things.
what it
You
is.
know, ketchup doesn't smell bad, and pickles don't necessarily smell bad, and chocolate
This
doesn't smell bad.
smells-
But when you mix things together, all
Yeah,
of a
this
sudden you got a
smells-
weird smell.
This smells like an elephant took a shit in a dragon's mouth, and then the dragon shit on the threw up all over.
It's a lot.
Why
It's
a
lot.
dragon?
Very specific.
Yeah, it's a hat on a hat.
Elephant because of Dumbo or what?
Fuck that movie.
Whoa.
Sorry.
You know the reviews up.
Screw that.
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I gave my review on it. And it's not a terrible movie. It's just
I'm
not.
messed up.
It's just.
I am messed up over it. Like
you loved it?
no.
Oh.
No,
I don't like it.
it was.
What's the embargo lifted?
It- 9
It's
a.m.
lifted. Okay,
Yeah.
we're good.
It's
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Do you want me not to say what I'm going to say anyway? Though?
No, you can. Go ahead.
it was the most depressing movie ever.
Well, the original Dumbo's pretty depressing.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting this.
Did you see the original?
Yeah, of course,
okay.
back in the day. But everybody was saying this one was so different.
It's very different.
And it is so different, but
I didn't like it because it was too different.
Did Ellis
so
love it?
Sad, like,
He
the
liked
whole
it. He didn't
time.
love it. He liked it.
It was so sad the whole time.
Because here's and this is yeah, but this is the rehash of my review to where, and I've said this in the review, but it's that you have Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Jungle Book, and then you get Lion King coming out, right? These are all movies that are going to take the movies that you knew, you animated, and Aladdin too, right? The movies that you knew, and then spin off of the lore and expand it, and not make still make new stories out of them, but not make something radically different. Maleficent did something radically different. Alice in Wonderland did something radically different because it was essentially a sequel.
Why do you keep pronouncing it wrong? It's Maleficent.
Sure, because there's feces in it. But what I will tell you though is that the Dumbo for the first 10 minutes is exactly that. It's an expansion of the story with a little bit more lore, and then it becomes a Tim Burton sequel. And I'm like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
It's just the whole movie just turned. Michael Keaton's over the top.
But
He's all over the place. Yeah.
Also, without giving spoilers, did you feel like this Disney movie was a knock on Disney?
No.
Okay.
See, I heard that out there.
You did hear that?
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody was
so I'm not
talking
making,
about
so I'm not
that.
making
Yeah,
that up.
You're not making that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we're talking about it. My daughter loved it though. My daughter loved
That's
it.
good.
I
don't
think
know
it's for
if,
kids.
if you had seen it before you saw it with your daughter, when
Yeah.
you showed your daughter,
Yeah. I think-
really?
yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, but
The
not by-
whole time.
Nah, but the end of it is
The
not
last
sad.
like minute is maybe not
I
that
haven't
sad.
seen it, but I've seen the original.
Yeah,
and,
I think the original's way sadder. The
Yeah.
original's way sadder.
I cried as a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
The original is not sadder. This is disturbing.
Really?
Watching real people do what they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I wanted to get up and leave,
But
Not
you couldn't
because it
find your
was-
way out.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, did you happen to hear any of the show yesterday?
I did not.
Dude,
I was on an
Ren
airplane.
Azizi had the line of the century.
Okay.
He told, and Roxy agreed with him. He said the way for Roxy to start figuring out where to go is just leave breadcrumbs places. She's like, maybe you should do that
Yes,
for me.
yes.
Because
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and we told this story already twice yesterday, but you should hear it if you didn't already. So she's driving here yesterday, and the GPS says, go left. And she says, no. And she goes right. She doesn't listen this time to the GPS. So, of course,
Because
Her body told her to
because
turn
her body
right.
told her to turn right. So then
Thank
as she's
you.
driving,
you at least have to show my reason.
she's waiting for it to redirect, and a redirect would start with make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn.
The thing tells her to make a U-turn 4 times. She says, eventually it'll tell me to redirect. It is telling you right now.
Yeah,
That is the redirect.
It's that like that joke of each time God came down with like a different boat while a woman was on a roof, and he's like, "I sent you a boat,
Yes,
a
yes,
plane,
yes,
a
right,
helicopter,
right.
you dummy."
What?
It's an old like
It's an
adage
old joke.
of-
It's an old,
yeah,
it's based, it's
In the
old.
Bible?
No, it's like one of those priest
Yeah.
stories. I don't know.
But someone sent me a thing last night.
Not the kid touching.
It was a
the
joke. I didn't think they said you dummy in the Bible.
No.
No, but in
Thank you.
on Facebook, on the Facebook group yesterday too, someone had posted a video of, I hope this isn't Roxy at the car wash, and there's someone leaving the car wash and he skid out and it just goes right over the roof. Right, like starts driving like right off the roof. But anyway, yeah, Dumbo. I'm curious to hear what you think. I just think Tim Burton's lost the magic, man. I think it's over.
That's what it
I think
feels
it's
like.
over.
That's what I'm hearing because I haven't.
I will say
enjoyed,
this.
one in a long time from him, and that bums me out because
There
he's
was
one of
a
my
scene-
favorites.
A scene of in the middle that was so Tim Burton-y.
Yeah.
I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. There were bubbles.
Yeah, but that's based
Based
off
on-
of
yeah,
the
but
original.
different.
Yeah, and the mouse, by the way, the best part of the animated,
Not
non-existent.
in there. But there was some stuff that I thought was good, and I didn't dislike this movie.
No, it was whatever.
It was not like, oh, this movie's crap.
No.
I'm not like F Dumbo.
And I take that back because it's not because an F Dumbo means
No,
it's.
it's on the internet. You're not allowed to
Yeah, I
take it
know.
back.
F Dumbo means that you think it's
was
horrible.
live.
I don't think it's horrible. I just think it's a movie that is just
I don't
unnecessary.
ever need to see this movie
It's just
again.
an unnecessary
Ever.
movie.
It's
movies.
so sad.
I hate movies like that more than anything because it's like, what's? Then you walk out just like,
You know what?
I
You know what?
did
This
walk
is
out like
ridiculous.
that.
Quiet, you Disney shills. All right, let's.
Well, here's the thing, though. I finally,
How dare you?
you know what, Mark? They line your pockets. They bought you a new dog.
I know.
I wish they did, actually. That would have helped.
Yeah.
I finally saw Wreck-It Ralph 2 on the plane yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. The best part of that movie, there's two great parts. One, when he walks into the comment section, it's the best thing of all
that's
time.
great.
I mean, just incredible.
What was as good though was I saw that we went to the premiere with Roca.
Oh.
And Roca reacted to that scene the way you do to horror films.
Yeah.
He was like, no, don't go in there. No, no. Like loud in the theater. Like he legit forgot everyone was in the theater.
And then
You do feel so bad for him in that moment, especially us in this room who can so relate to that
God.
feeling.
My mom said I forget we were watching something on Sunday morning, and they were speaking like really badly about somebody. I think it was like Antonio Brown or somebody on the news, and she's like, I just hope people don't say things like that about you. And I was like, would you like to see some YouTube comments? She's like, what?
Go to Game of
Okay,
Thrones?
sure. So I took her to the Game of Thrones, and then I took her to the Tobey Maguire interview.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, people say this about my son?
Oh, my
I
God.
mean, it was incredible. My dad's like, well, I can be an idiot sometimes. So it's great. But the Disney princesses in Wreck-It Ralph
Yeah,
2
it's great.
It's
were
wonderful.
just incredible.
Yeah.
Like that whole
You had
scene-
never
funny.
seen that scene before?
No.
See
That was amazing.
I wish D23 never showed that scene. 'Cause it's easily the best scene. And
100%.
They
It's
gave
so
they
good.
gave it
Yeah.
away. I wish they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
That scene is so good.
It's
It's like a
awesome.
short.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
a
It's awesome.
standalone,
Totally.
beautiful piece.
And just really
and it
is.
fits to with the times today too, which is very interesting.
100%.
Unrelated, what did you like better, Dumbo or Lil Bobby and the Juice episode 3?
Little Bobby and the Juice episode 3. Because
He's in it.
because I was nervous watching the episode. I was very nervous because of what they tackle inside of the episode
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the Carl is basically joins the clan, you know, and I was like, how are they gonna handle this? I'm like, this is making me nervous. But I think the way it wraps up at the end, from what they set up in the beginning of the episode,
I think it was the best one yet.
it was really good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was the best one yet.
Is that you?
Goldfish here.
Is that you on the episode?
That's my character.
It's so good.
Oh, Lord.
I'm his uncle.
So I'm watching the episode, and I'm like, when is Kristian going to be in it?
Yeah.
Because we're going, and then I hear the second you started speaking, I was like, this is so good.
It was funny. Yeah,
so
it was
good.
fun. Did you?
Goldfish here.
Cody was here while I was recording the lines. I did like 8 different takes.
How many?
I know.
Was the perfect.
Yeah,
You
what
recording, me
happened?
recording? Yeah, there you go.
Eighth. It was the 8th take. But Cody, did you happen to get the? I mean, because when did you pull that yesterday or something?
No, Alex sent me an email.
Oh, we
last
did.
night.
Okay, too. Because there's a lot of sound clips from this
Yeah, there's had
episode
a
for
lot.
sure. Like there's the Denzel Washington thing is amazing.
It's really good.
He's there online. It's like he goes, Denzel Washington, yay! Denzel Washington, yay! I'm like, that's gonna be overused, and that might be the new the new
Goldfish.
yeah. Like you can respond anytime he shows up. Denzel Washington, yay! It's really funny.
We went. I was in Pittsburgh this weekend for a wedding and everything, and I read the tweet from that girl from the Us movie, right? And so my buddy goes on Twitter. You know the girl from the Hollywood Reporter.
Rebecca
yeah.
Ford.
Yeah, Rebecca Ford. And my buddy is scrolling down. He's like, "Why are all these people telling you to win a goldfish?" Like he's just like, because every other thing is a goldfish. Like I gotta watch another show.
I
It's pretty bad.
can't get over the amount, and I know we're trying to steer away from this on the show, but I'm just going to say it anyway. The amount of hate that I have received in the comments about me hating on her, calling your scream like a little girl's. People are offended by me being
they
offended.
they got so touchy on it.
It's so bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't I? First of all, did I lose sleep over it? No.
Roxy, learn from Wreck-It Ralph. Don't go in there.
Don't go in
No,
there.
you know I
in
love
there.
the comments.
But you should.
I live off of them.
I will tell you though. Do you want to go back to that?
No.
All right. Yeah. Because we were at the theater. Because like I said, it was about 550 people is what I found out in the theater, and there were a lot of win a goldfish chants in the crowd, but there was one when I said, "And now your number 8th competitor," and someone goes 9, 9. Yeah, the
It was
audience
so
8,
good.
8, 9, and then it was
That's awesome.
and then Vanessa from Late to the Party came out. This is a spoiler, but you guys can see it's still fun. You should anticipate watching this on Friday. But she came out dressed as the niece in Finding Nemo.
Okay.
With the braces and everything. And she has a goldfish in the thing, and she's shaking, and everybody's going, "What a goldfish here!"
That's awesome.
Did she know?
At this point, you got to assume everyone knows.
Yeah.
Because
of what you've done.
It's true. You've done.
Look
this.
at what you've done.
Look at what you've
I
done.
can't tell you how many colleagues that whether I've gone over Screen Junkies or just people in general who have stopped me and gone, "I have to ask you, what is win a goldfish? here?
Yeah.
Well,
But how do you? What do you do to explain that?
I say it's a way to combat trolls, and they say okay.
Yeah.
Because you can't get into what it is.
No, I can't go over the whole thing.
No.
It just takes too long. So it's a thing. It's a thing that we do on Collider Live, and it's just a way that, and it's just turned into something.
A show just got released on Hulu. It's called Shrill. It's with A.D. Bryant.
Is it good?
Not shill.
No, not Shill. Not like what Reilly is.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Chill.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm gonna
it-
have
That one
Netflix
is a
show
big
and-
head of hair with mouse ears on
Correct.
it.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
totally.
This
Can't
is
wait for
every
mine.
billboard between my drive from here to my house. I think some of the routes that Waze takes me. Is it
Depending
good?
on where the U-turn is.
Yeah.
It's good. It's only 6 episodes, and you know me on short television seasons. Like the shorter, the better.
Who's in it?
A.D. Bryant from SNL.
Who's that?
She's the bigger girl on SNL.
Blonde.
Oh,
White.
yeah.
She's not blonde.
No,
It's
no,
like
I know
Reese
who it is.
Brunette.
I know who it is. I know who exactly who
No,
it is.
Kate McKinnon is blonde.
no,
Yes.
I
She's
know
not
who A.D.
blonde.
Bryant. Oh,
That's A.D. Bryant.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of.
Someone else.
Yeah.
No, I am thinking of her. I just was picturing her with blonde hair. I guess I'm just
Cody
picturing her
loves
with
this
blonde
one.
hair.
So she's in the show Shrill. It's 6 episodes.
Oh, you know when you've just rewritten history?
Yeah.
like,
You were fighting that too.
Well,
you were
'cause
really
in my
just
head-
I
playing
think
it.
like in a couple sketches she's had
yeah,
like
maybe.
a blonde
I don't
wig,
know.
maybe.
But I,
Yeah.
in every billboard, I'm just
She's
picturing her
little.
as hardcore
Oh, come
blonde.
on. Stop that.
What color hair does that girl have?
Who cares?
dark
Dude,
and
doo-doo.
pigtails.
Wow, yeah, she's so not a blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
In
But so
my head,
she
she is.
has a troll. She's a writer for a Portland newspaper, and this troll keeps trolling her articles and like calling her a fat pig and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the one beautiful thing about the show is like it's about female empowerment of like body, like
Yeah.
being accepting of your body, whatever.
Not
it's
body
cool.
shaming,
No,
anti-body shaming.
Totally, and it's a really cool thing. It feels a little rushed in 6 episodes. That's why I was saying 6. But she confronts her troll, and it's an awesome scene. And it's kind of one of those things where you want to go up to one of those people and be like, just say it to my face. Go ahead and say it to my face. And then they want to be nice to you, kind of a situation. You like the
Do you
flip
know
side
how
of the
many
whole thing.
times that has probably happened
Oh,
at
yeah.
Comic-Con or anything too? I guarantee you.
Comic-Con,
Where
the one
somebody's
dude.
saying something nice to you, but you really
Someone
know what
coming
they've
up
done.
to you, someone coming up to you and being like, "Hey, how's it going?" And meanwhile, they probably be like, "I want to stick an electric toaster in your ass."
Yeah.
You know, it's like so.
That one's hurt.
We-
yeah.
I guess all toasters are electric, so that'd be a stupid comment, troll.
2 Comic-Cons ago, we had one of those meet and
plugged in?
greets. And I mean, I think all toasters are electrical at this point, right? There's no like gas-powered toasters
No,
out there.
that's what I said.
Oh, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Roxy said, "Is it plugged in?" that would be. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy 100.
Sometimes I
man.
say funny things.
You've been getting good.
Thank you so
Yeah, you've been getting good. Look, the back and forth with you and Renazizi. If you noticed yesterday, I just sat back and watched because
Yeah.
that was great.
I
You
liked
guys-
him a lot.
You guys didn't talk over each other. You waited. It was like two professional fighters just sitting and throwing punches.
It's nice when somebody can take it.
Yeah.
Because I certainly can dish it.
Yeah.
And I can kind of take it
can- you
for
know,
the
you can
most
take it.
part.
Yeah, you can.
But sometimes we have guests in here and I have to be a little more.
Defensive.
Well, you know who wouldn't have been able to take it?
Who?
Jeff Dye. Like, it's not like I could have been like, and then you did this.
Right.
Because turns out I was actually right about the whole situation, which is totally fine.
Right. You made it with the
But,
Jeff Dye
like,
thing, right?
But when you have a guest that can really take
Yeah,
it,
and Steve's comedy is also, he
The ball busting self-deprecation. It's
He
good.
could not have been funnier.
No, he enhances.
Oh.
He that's what he does great. And
I don't
he'll
understand
be on a
though.
lot
We're
more.
getting tweets that people are on his side and Riley's side. I
know.
don't get their side. There is no side.
Not Reilly, Ben's. Ben, who's Ben?
Yeah.
Bam.
I have no idea. What's that?
That, by the
What do you
way,
mean not
the poor
Reilly?
Brett. It wasn't Riley. It was Brett. Riley was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The other thing is
blonde.
poor Bateman,
blonde guy.
and I mentioned this yesterday. Poor Bateman. He walks up on stage, comes out like with his music, like just attitude galore. Up there, like sits on the table, and the whole entire audience.
That's amazing. Oh, incredible.
It was.
You can't really like make
Yes.
out what that sound is if you don't know
It
it.
just sounded like a goat in the audience. Yeah.
Where did we get a goat? You didn't have the 8 ready to go when we said 8, and you had a goat
You had it
ready to go.
Josh, that one's labeled A, which is close to Ben. It's A and B.
Oh,
I
got
have
it.
to scroll down to the M.
Sorry, good work.
Can
Cody.
I tell
good
you
work,
guys
good
that
work.
last night on the way home from the screening,
Uh oh, you got lost.
I had to call Ben and pulled over because my GPS was not working, and he's in one of the cross streets. And I had to have him direct me home. It was
my God.
Wow.
so bad.
What are you gonna do if one day
You've
he's
lived here for so long.
What are you gonna do if one day
I'm
Ben?
starting
I
to get
told myself
alarmed.
when that happened, I told
You better
myself
hope you
I
don't
am
ever
not.
piss him off.
I was like, I'm not going to tell the crew this today because
Because you don't want to talk about it anymore.
it's in too many days.
Yet here we are.
Sometimes I go an entire week
Shut up, Shrill.
knowing everywhere to go. Just to be clear.
Oh my
But
god.
last night, yeah, he was like, "All right, tell me your cross streets."
Right. He's just bored with it. at
She
this
was
point.
like, a sign and a house.
No, but
Like, that's
I-
not straight.
She's like, so, well, I see. I'm looking for. I see a window. I look to the window. I see a plant.
No, but you know
You're
what?
in your house.
The
you
moon
are in
is
your
on
house.
the left.
You know what
hand
though?
side.
I did figure it out before, because I
That
panicked.
you were in your house?
No, I panicked and called because when you don't know where you are, all of a sudden you panic. Like I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys because you probably know where you are a lot more.
Yeah.
But when you're all of a sudden like, uh-oh, I don't think I'll ever get home again. So then I immediately called, and then he was like, "What are your cross streets?" And I said them. By the time I said them, I was like, "Oh wait, I think I can do this."
Did you do? Would you be able to do it without
No, I
his
didn't
help?
full-
no.
but
Would have been able to do it? You think?
I think eventually,
What would you do if if
because I would go into a gas
Zombie
station, right?
apocalypse.
yeah.
All the
It's
people
over.
are
You're
dead.
dead.
I'm dead.
Totally dead.
Well, but the thing is,
Especially how slow
I would
you
be
run.
great in a zombie apocalypse if I paired up with somebody who could give me directions.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah, you go.
No. Because you walk slow across crosswalks. You can't run. That you have to
That's fact.
actually get away from the zombies. It's not about where the zombies are or getting to places.
This is she's dead. So I have a question though.
100%.
Because I saw one
gonna
of your
strategize.
pictures on Instagram from the Globe, and then I saw a comment from Snyder, and Snyder said this is right before
yeah.
Roxy reamed me out. Is this a real ream?
Yeah. So
Wait, what happened? So you were legit yelled at?
no, we were downstairs.
Two massholes getting
We were
together.
downstairs
I'd love
and
to
I
see
see
that.
it says coat check, and I have a coat, and I was like, "This is a good opportunity for me to try to look sexy and post something on Instagram." So I grabbed Cameron Rice because he takes the best.
Right, took
pictures.
him off of work when he was supposed to be
While
working.
he's working,
Right,
I
right,
said, "Cameron,
right.
can
Good
you do my
move.
own personal photo shoot
Did
right
you pay
now?"
him so I don't have to?
I did.
Okay.
And then. And then he comes over, and I'm like posing and doing it, and Snyder's talking to Humphreys, talking to there's a whole group of them
Yeah.
all standing there.
Working.
No, they were chatting.
But they're still working. They're there.
Yeah, I'm working also. Working.
on your own personal stuff. I understand.
And so
Okay.
I think that I'm hoping they're in deep enough conversation that they don't pay attention. Because I'm trying to make sexy face.
Yeah.
Go on, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost made it.
In your mouth.
no
and your-
Sinead.
Right. So I'm just
Yes.
trying really hard. And all of a sudden it's very apparent that they're all not talking anymore. Just looking
Watching.
at what it is that I'm
Okay, and
trying
you
to
didn't-
do.
and you got mad at them for
Trying to
looking?
do- No, I'm not mad, but then they started shouting.
Like
things.
what?
Like, are you kidding? Stop trying so hard.
I would have been yelling the
Yeah.
same thing.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
300 feet, turn right.
Right.
Cam, stop egging this on.
Right.
Don't stop. And I couldn't
Stop enabling her.
I couldn't make
Couldn't do
sexy,
sexy
face
face anymore 'cause
while
you knew they were there.
Yeah, and
Right.
not only that, but when you're pissed or laughing, you can't.
So you're pissed and laughing?
Yeah, I'm kind of laughing that I'm actually annoyed because I'm I actually want to get this picture quickly so we can move on with life.
Right.
But I can't because you guys
Because
are all talking.
I'm
So
on their side on this one.
Totally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not defending yourself.
No,
Oh, okay.
but I'm annoyed.
Right.
So instead of being rational, I'm trying to do it. And I was just like, shut the fuck up, Snyder.
You know what? This is why I like you, though. I just really no. I'll tell you why I like you because you're not trying to fight this to where
No,
this was.
it's-
You called yourself irrational for this particular thing,
100%.
and it was an annoying thing.
And he just starts laughing more. And then I'm
Right.
like, you have to stop and be like, am I in the wrong? In what way am I not in the wrong?
Right.
And in none of the ways was I in the right.
Okay, so this is why I like you a lot.
I was in Pittsburgh airport yesterday, flying back here, and there was a girl. We have this in the airport lobby. They built a bumblebee out of the bridges and things of everything in Pittsburgh, right? So all
That's
the
cool.
steel, and it's pretty cool. So there's this girl taking a selfie by the robot, and she's going
Yeah.
And she catches my eye and puts her phone in her pocket and walks away. And I was like,
If you're gonna do it,
you're gonna do it. Just embrace it.
Just
Like
do it.
if
I
you're
do
embarrassed by it,
you're on a public street.
yes.
No,
Yeah.
I totally think that you have to embrace it. Why I take selfies in here every morning as you guys take pictures of me taking my selfies. But there is that little sense of like, oh, I suck that you can't get rid of. That's in your head. Like, oh, I'm that person and I suck. So
I wouldn't say you suck. It's just a lot of fun to make fun of you for doing it.
No,
Like,
totally.
that's the more fun of the whole thing. Everybody takes a selfie. Everybody takes the embarrassing duck lip, try to look sexy selfie. That look away.
We've
the
established,
air in the face,
see,
whatever.
and I think if it was us, you probably would have embraced it a little bit more.
yeah, but it was also people like
You
I'm
didn't
not
know.
naming everybody's name because I don't know everybody.
Right.
who's in this
So, but
circle.
just you were the butt of a joke, and
Yeah.
the thing was, if
Hardcore.
we were all there, it's just like this morning. Kate Mulligan had texted me, and she was talking about how much you have like this friendship now.
Love her.
And she's like, but I didn't realize how young she was. She's like, because we heard yesterday, and she's like, I'm not. She's like, she's kidding, of course. Like, I hate her for that. And I said, yeah,
Thank you.
she's like our little sister. I said, but she'll get lost no matter. I go, I'm just worried one day she's going to drive off the top of a building. And
Possible.
yeah, and she's like, I'm going to use this for blackmail. And I go, this is everything that I would say to Roxy on air.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's
Like in
she
Fast
can't
5 or
blackmail.
6 when they jump the cars across the building in Dubai. Roxy would have done
That
this
was
just
7, Josh.
accidentally. 7. Thank you, Cody.
Oh, nice.
Who's the loser now?
Schmoedown.
Not me.
It's fine.
Still me.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
100%.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Please make a U-turn. I'm jumping out of window now.
I know.
I think it would have redirected me by
My
now.
body told me.
There you go. Well, listen, we're gonna. My body tells me to move this on because we have show 100, and
100.
yes, we do have Tom Dagnino and Mike Sidisin come in to talk about Lil Bobby and the Juice in a little bit. We will talk about some of the movie stories. Made an announcement yesterday. There's some good news and some bad news. Good news is that the creators of Cobra Kai will be coming in pretty soon.
Yeah.
When?
I think. Do we have them locked for a date yet?
We don't have them locked yet.
But they're coming
So
in.
They're coming.
They're coming. They're,
Yeah.
like what's cool. I can say this is that they become buddies of mine, which is awesome.
cool.
And they're going to come in like Josh Heald and John Hayden. They'll all come in and it'll be a packed house, but it'll be worth it because I got a chance to talk to them on one-on-one. It was just one of my favorite interviews. They're awesome. They're fans. They're like legit. Like, and I said this on the air once. I say it again. Karate Kid is like their Star Wars. Like they are not gonna mess it up. They know. You could tell after watching Cobra Kai what goes into it. So I'm very excited to talk to the guys about that. We are working on. This is not confirmed. We're working on William Zabka and Ralph Macchio.
I'll just die and go
I know.
to heaven.
Yeah.
That is not confirmed by any means. But who is confirmed is Sensei Kreese, Martin Cove.
No
Next
way.
Friday.
Whoa.
So,
This
Friday.
Friday.
This Friday. Look at that. So this Friday. You'll be here on Friday, right?
You
Okay.
here?
So Martin
Thank
Cove will
you
be here.
guys so
Sorry.
much
Sorry,
for
Rox.
booking him on
Sorry, Rox.
Friday.
It was only one. But
It's really hard booking guests.
yeah, I
you
know. Well, speaking of which,
I do.
Speaking of which, the Maltons, Leonard Malton and his wonderful daughter Jessie will be in tomorrow. Now, Topher Grace was supposed to come in, and it did not happen.
Yeah.
So what was going to happen was, and this happens sometimes. What was going to happen was he was going to come in today at like 5. We were going to pre-tape it. And we were going to put it on the show tomorrow. So we made that announcement yesterday that he was coming in. Wires got crossed. I guess the publicist didn't know that the show was on video also. And they didn't want to do video. They just wanted to do audio. And we just said that simply, hashtag, that's not the show.
Yeah.
So
Theory about it.
Yeah.
Do you think that him and Ellis were co-conspirators on this and decided they could not be
in the same room,
place at the same
no,
time?
I would have liked to have them. Yeah, I would have liked to have had them on, but he didn't want to do video, or the publicist didn't want him to do video, and that's just we're not. It's
one of
not
those
I'm
things.
just not interested in doing that.
It's an interesting.
Does he not like his face?
I
It's
don't
kinda
know.
nice face.
He's a very
I don't know
handsome
if it
man.
was him. It might have just been the publicist. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, it's like, and I have to, and I can't just not say anything about it because we told the audience that he was
was
coming
happening,
on.
yeah.
So we're not going to look like idiots if I said. So that's what happened. It's just that it's like.
It's fine. I
love-
was not watching like tons of
I know.
Topher Grace
I love the guy.
interviews and clips. And
I love
it's
the guy.
fine.
He's a big Star Wars fan. I would have loved to talk to him about Star
Yeah.
Wars and other things too. But
He's so talented.
super
yeah.
talented. It would have been
Maybe
great
a
to talk
different
to him.
time when his face is something he wants shown.
I
more.
just don't think they know that they're familiar enough with the show. And I think that this isn't just a podcast. Like
Yeah,
it
he-
is. You
he would've
listen
had
to
a
it on
blast.
audio.
He would've had a blast.
I know. It happens, and we move on.
Yeah.
I could have brought up my Tobey Maguire interview with Topher Grace and things I wasn't allowed to talk about, and see if I could talk about those. With Topher Grace.
That would have been
Interesting.
awkward and
Well,
fun.
But anyway, so now we have an open spot. I think what we're going to do is maybe try to get Kate Mulligan on because I'd like to see if you guys, that's another one I want to watch. So maybe Reilly, we can reach out to Kate, see if we can get her on tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's move on. Any movie news? Anything good happening?
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Oh, you know what? Screw that. Hold that thought. I
Same.
do,
All right,
because
okay.
apparently Thrawn and David B have a song
Together?
Ooh.
together. So
How do they know each other?
This is like Nate Dogg and Warren G doing
from the
regular.
show.
But, I mean, they just.
Yeah, they reach out to this. It's the internet, Roxy. They just send an email to each other. All right,
Interesting how
I
that
can't
works.
find my house. You think I can find somebody's
It's true.
information?
All right, so I don't know. I've not heard this yet. Is this the song? Okay.
Everybody, it is Collider Live, and what a crew I have joining me today.
I don't understand.
It's happening. Kristian Harloff here.
Picture a less successful Dane Cook.
That's really sad, ain't it? No wonder they went out of business. No.
That's stupid.
Got a pain all up in my gut.
It's like Motley Crue.
My job fucking sucks. Monday morning, I need an escape. Gonna go on YouTube today. Searching for something, but everything blows. About to kill myself, losing all hope.
Gee, dark.
But then I see up on the screen an epic round from Josh and Reilly. I got a feeling, turn up the heat. A clickbait title with the reference's name.
Riley, are you looking at the pictures, Riley?
Kill all the trolls in the chat. All the dudes have hair, some even grow out their nails. It's a whole bunch of fun, but even better on drugs.
Cookie
Get
Monster.
off your ass and get ready to ride. So, do you wanna go?
So low.
Ladies
David
and gentlemen,
B.
David B.
They're still working on his sports
Can I
movie.
get some closer?
Yo, where's the dude?
Go fart yourself. That's my favorite.
Alex, are you paying attention? Why don't I do it to
Every weekday from 10 a.m. to 12 or 12 p.m. to 2 depends on you. And the location you're in, it's called time zone. Pacific and Central. No shit, unless you're in London. It's like 10 hours ahead or something. What's the time zone called? Don't even mention Australia, bro. They're living in the fucking future, man. Shit, I'm confused. Where am I?
16,000
Join
in
the
the Facebook.
Facebook group and if you suck, you're out. Chris, it's a song, this now everyone's mad. Roxy and Macuga, are they really friends? Tarina is evil, don't you dare fuck with her.
What the fuck just happened?
I have rather large balls, actually.
Nice. That was a good one.
That was good.
You know, speaking
Good
of,
job,
thank you
boys.
guys. That
Good
was really
collab,
good.
good
You know,
collab.
speaking of that cheese video, did you get that one that I sent you there yesterday, Alex?
Is this the kids one or a boyfriend with the
The
girl?
boyfriend with the
boy-
girl. Did you?
I mean,
Didn't see
she should.
this.
She
No,
should,
it was
she should go to
Facebook.
jail.
What?
She should go to
I know.
jail.
It was Facebook. You didn't get it
What
yesterday, Alex?
happened?
on it.
She threw cheese on while he was driving.
No.
It was
No.
it was really funny when you look at it. What is
Yeah,
this?
this is it.
This
This
is
is
it.
it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So watch. So we know. Don't play yet. So the cheese challenge. You guys all know about it. Obviously, they were smashing babies in the head with cheese and dogs and stuff. So this guy. Have you seen this yet, Macuga?
No.
Okay. Here we go.
Look at you, old comfy fly girl. Look at you, old comfy fly girl. Cheese challenge. Cheese challenge.
Motherfucking bitch!
Why'd you throw it back at me?
Because why the fuck is you throwing cheese in my face,
It's a challenge.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. And isn't that only on babies, you dickhead?
You acting like a baby right now. Stop, please. That hurts.
Yo, you fucking
Oh.
fucking almost broke my glasses with that shit, bitch.
Stop.
I love the second part
No,
though.
you're not fucking sorry.
I love this part.
Fucking asshole.
Cheese challenge.
Yeah.
Look at him running.
Where in New York is that?
Why you can't take a joke? It's a joke. Stop.
You take it. Let me throw cheese at you, bitch. No, put your hands down. Let me throw cheese at you, bitch. Come on. And you act like you fucking violent cheese in this fuck.
Oh my
you
God,
all
it's so good.
Man.
You like that one.
It's,
You like that one. Yes, you
I do.
do.
I know. I really like that one. However, like, what I don't like is what he did is funny. What she did is like
Violent.
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
assault.
She was smacking
As soon
the
as she
shit
opened,
out
but
of
as
it.
soon as she opened her mouth, she's one of those girls in New York. You've met a bunch of them. I've met a
to
bunch
school with
of
10
them.
of 'em.
I mean, they don't mess with girls
No.
like that. There was a woman last night on Jeopardy. She
I
had
wouldn't
that
throw
exact
cheese.
same
I wouldn't throw
accent.
cheese at Samantha.
No,
No, he egged her on for sure, but like, don't hit somebody.
No, he shouldn't have hit him. But like, but he knew it was coming because he was like when he knew that he was going to get the reaction because and he also because then he braced himself again and then I love that the second time he goes cheese challenge. Cheese challenge. He's like
good.
maneuvering in and out as he's running. He's got the camera.
You know that
was
was
really
definitely
good.
like hammed up for a little bit of it, but that girl's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, she's nuts.
I think she went. I don't know. I think she was legit.
Okay.
100.
Probably great in bed.
I mean, you got to risk your life to get there.
Yeah. Like
Don't
if he
piss her
stays
off.
with her and she's that crazy, she's
passionate.
probably
Yes.
for sure.
I've dated Latino women there.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, moving on. As you have as well. Yeah. Okay. All right, Reilly, how's your hair doing? Good.
Feels great today, Christian. It really is
looking
like kind of
great.
moving
Good.
and shaking. You know,
All right, what
it's
do we
like
got? What do we
full
got
of my
next? You
power.
fucking shill.
Speaking of shills, I want to get into this. Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Because
Marvel shilled Zack
I'm
Snyder.
gonna get you a shill for Star Wars shirt.
Release
you
the
shill rat.
What is with the shill today?
It's just so stupid.
Look at these
I know.
shilly fingernails.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually pretty nice today.
You shilly bastard.
Nice try there.
Why don't you, go win a shill poll, you shilly
I
fuck.
can't wait to cash my $5 gift card to Taco
shilly
Bell and
bastard.
get myself some chalupas. All right,
You're a
listen.
shilly little son of a bitch.
Trailer.
This is what's so funny.
Hello, shilly.
100.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Heard of him?
I heard
No.
him.
He's commenting on the Zack
Batman
Snyder
thing.
cut and the Batman thing.
The Zack Snyder cut thing. This is yesterday. How you had said because I remember I told you I think that maybe someone's telling him stop talking about it because someone sent me a video yesterday.
Yeah,
where
that was it.
A couple years ago or whenever it was, they asked him if it was a Snyder cut, and he straight up says, "Yeah, there is one." He straight up says, "Yeah, there is one. They're just not. They're just."
I said that. I said I think that there is a version of
Yeah.
one, but I don't think it's all the stuff he's claiming are not in it.
Oh,
I think it's previs.
whatever it is.
and-
But he said yesterday in his comments that there is none.
Of that.
Yeah, now he's saying that they're in this clip from 2 years ago saying, "Oh yeah, there is one." There's I don't know if they'll let you see it, but there is one. And I agree with you. I think that he's egging it on.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But then it switched because you know there's the big thing with Batman v Superman. Batman doesn't kill. Batman
Right.
doesn't kill. And Zack Snyder did talk about that, and he went in hard. Says someone. So this is what he said on this big hangout with everybody. Someone says to me like, "Oh, Batman killed the guy." I'm like, "Fuck, really?" I'm like, "Wake the fuck up." That's what I'm saying about once you've lost your virginity to this fucking movie, and then you come and say to me something about like, "Oh, my superhero wouldn't do that." I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Down the fucking road on that." You know what I mean? I don't know what
I don't
this
know what
means.
you
I don't
mean.
know
That was very
I
all
have
over
no
the place.
idea what that means.
I know
That's
this is
gibberish.
crazy, but can you say it again?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the script to Little Bobby and the Juice. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
That's
I
yeah.
love when people end sentences with "you know what I
Denzel
mean."
Washington, yay!
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll read. You want me to
Yeah,
read it
I
again?
really do. I
Okay.
want to break it
I
down.
like that watch. By the way, it's a nice watch.
Thank you.
Transformer.
Disney.
I
paper?
got it with. Let me my own material. I'm trying to work it right now.
Yeah, what do you got?
Someone says to me like, "Oh, Batman killed a guy." I'm like, "Fuck, really?"
Talking to that microphone.
I'm like, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about once you've lost your virginity to this fucking movie, and then you come and say something about like, "Oh, my superhero wouldn't do that." I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, down the fucking road on that. You know what I mean?
I
mean-
don't get it.
No, it's gibberish.
Wait, what's
I
the
get it.
virginity part?
I get it. Okay, so Snyder has established that Batman kills people. Then
Yeah.
people come and say, "Hey, Batman doesn't kill people anymore." And he's like, "Whoa,
I'm over
we've
it.
already,
I'm already
we've
down
already
the
down the
road on
road. Get out of here."
He continues on. He says, it's a
Yeah.
cool point of view to be like, my heroes are still innocent. My heroes didn't lie to America. My heroes didn't embezzle money. My heroes didn't commit any atrocities. I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world. The cool thing is, like, mythologically speaking, I'm 100% fine. And by the way, I love more than anything Superman and Batman, but in the same way that Alan Moore was fed up with the fucking like, okay? Oh, okay, no, they do this.
With the fucking like, okay, they do this.
Okay, Watchmen talks about comic books in the same way that this movie talks about comic book movies, but it talked about comic books at their most, they were broken, so they was just addressing it. The thing with comic book movies is, and you know I'm a fan, I go and see them, I love them.
Can I say something maybe unpopular right now?
That's what this show is.
Yeah, and I have no problem with him, and I think he's good at what it is that he does with visuals.
Yeah.
He sounds like a moron. Like this, and for the first time ever, this quote makes him sound like a moron.
He has that all over the place Jean-Claude Van Damme interview type of thing where he's just like
scattered.
But he's never had this before. This is never what he sounded like. He's usually super buttoned with his responses. Yeses and nos and really straightforward and no likes and very well strung together.
Maybe he's just had enough.
This was a big hangout for his big, when they showed all of his movies that he did, and it was a Q&A on stage, and somebody on Twitter literally went,
he says that.
Tell me, is he drunk? Because he seems it. If you look at the video, that I don't think it's on this article, but he sounded like he was just like chilling and talking. And
this is not what Zack Snyder sounds like.
This is another thing that might be unpopular. I don't care. I don't care. It's
it's so over.
For me, Shazam's out. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna watch it.
It's not out yet for us though.
When he says
normals.
Oh, it comes out next week. That I want to see. The Joker movie's coming out. I want to see that. Then you got Avengers coming out. There's a lot of superhero movies that I want to see right now.
Kristian, exactly what you're saying would be him taking his own advice. He says, "Wake up and move on."
I don't care about any of this.
Wake up and move on.
I think that's what he's saying about all of this.
But why does anyone care about the Snyder Cut still? It's like, who cares? It's over. Everyone cares.
But no, there's.
I know,
Kristian. The internet.
I know. I'm just so. It's like I don't care.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Because someone was tweeting at me like, "You think we'll ever see it?" I said, "I don't care. I don't care. I mean, if we do, cool, I'll watch it. If not, I don't care."
It's just going to be a longer version of that same movie we saw.
No. It'll be very different because
it's not like the extended BVS. It's a different
this
film.
Is all
supposedly.
It's totally no. He even talked about the script that they never used, and like Darkseid was the villain. He killed Cyborg or something. Or Darkseid kills Lois, and that's what Flash is sent back.
I want to see a different version. I want to see the Spielberg cut of Flash Gordon.
Yeah,
because that means just direct the fucking new movie. With Flash Gordon, or the Matthew Vaughn cut of Flash Gordon. You know, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see anything that I've seen already.
I feel you.
I'm just over it.
It sounds like something's up with him, and obviously that's speculation, but he does not sound well here.
I think he was empowered by these fans.
Pissed at what he's doing this.
No, but I think he was he was in a position that he's no longer in, and
But he has a huge following. People are the release of Snyder Cut. They want that, and he likes that because he left Justice League, and we got a Frankenstein shitstorm. And now he's out there getting some attention for this because people did want to see this, including me. I would prefer his Justice League over what we got in theaters because what I heard, what he said, Darkseid killing Lois, Batman sending Flash to go warn him.
His movie sounded like it would have been 1,000 times better.
It'd been awesome.
But
where is that
movie we got?
Where is that guy that was raising like $250 million to reshoot Episode 8? Like, where is that guy? And why isn't he doing this?
I don't know.
I didn't know that was happening.
No, it was a thing where like a guy said he was raising $250 million to go to Disney and say,
Ryan Johnson retweeted it out. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen
why did he do that?
That really happened?
Why
are you really
Ryan
doing this?
Johnson? Because he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because he's poking fun at the
It's like Warren Buffett investing in like a ghost company of Episode 8.
Just better things to do.
100%.
Create something new.
Yeah.
It's like anyway, move on.
Totally.
What's next?
J.J. Abrams right now is his Bad Robot production company is being bid on in billions of dollars. It seems like Universal, Warner Brothers, and Disney. They're all trying to get him.
Well,
and so
Disney's probably got a leg up, right?
It's huge bidding war right now, and the report from THR is saying that Warner Brothers is starting to come out up top.
They need it. They need this.
Yeah. Some people tagged me and said, J.J. Abrams did a Superman movie at one point. If they get him in there at Warner Brothers, could he do a Man of Steel? I would love that.
As long as they don't do that stupid ending. There was the ending in his script was that Lex Luthor. The script was great. The ending was shit.
Wait, did so J.J. Abrams wrote a script?
He was a writer before he was a director.
Got
and
it.
he wrote regarding Henry. movie. That was his first one.
I like Regarding Henry.
Me too. And he was young as hell when he did that movie.
He was also the delivery boy in that movie.
Yes, he was. And so, but he wrote. I remember I was working at a gym at the time, and I would just get scripts, and I had this script. It was the Superman script. I was like, don't leak this out. And it was J.J. Abrams' script, Superman, and
Flyby. I think the name was the colon
and
Flyby.
The ending. The script was awesome. It was awesome, but the ending is so shitty. Lex Luthor is Kryptonian. Yeah. And it's just like, oh no.
And it's revealed he flies off.
He flies off.
How did you have the script at the gym?
How did I have it?
Well, you're working in a gym. How do you get the script?
I took it from my house and sat down and read it.
What a twist! Do you guys not understand what I'm asking?
Yeah, like where did you get the script?
Where did I get the script?
Well, I'm not asking for a person's name, but you are working at a gym. How do you?
Well, that was a confusing question, but I know what you mean now. Yes, I don't remember. I'd have people like so. At that point that year, I just knew people inside of the industry who had it. It was even before I started interning. I was interning and then I would get all scripts.
So like a friend.
Yeah.
Random. Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the bigger news here is that J.J. Abrams and why Warner Brothers seems to be coming to the top here is he had a problem with Sujihara. And he said, I can't do this because of values, something that he mentioned. And so that might have been part of the reason that they really pushed him.
So he knew what was going on with Sujihara?
He knew what was going on.
So they knew they had this particular deal kind of in the works. Table. Yeah. So now they said, look, we'll cap this guy if you play ball with us, and maybe that's the deal. Because if you think about it, with J.J. Abrams, his time with Star Wars is done. Episode 9, he has no interest in carrying it over. He just wants to make this movie. He's going to finish out the thing that he started, and then he's out.
Do you ever think he was like butthurt that he didn't get to do 8?
He didn't want to do 8.
Yeah,
he could have done all 3.
Interesting.
He could have done all 3. He didn't want it. He wasn't supposed to do 9. It was him, and then
9?
Yes, and then 8 was always Johnson, and then 9 were and they talked about Rian Johnson doing 8 and 9 for a while, but then Rian Johnson said no, and then he took Trevorrow. Trevorrow had a big falling out with Kathleen Kennedy. Right. Then J.J. Abrams came back in and is going to finish it out. But he pretty much walked in going, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Do you happen to watch the Goldbergs or the spinoff Schooled? So they talk about Star Wars and Goldbergs all the time, and the spinoff Schooled takes place 15 years in the future in the 90s with one of the characters from the show, a couple characters from the show, and they did an episode 1 for Schooled last night that was hysterical, like the Star Wars Club, about the Phantom Menace. It was a really well done episode. It was like all of our hopes and dreams. Goldberg's does. Schooled, the spinoff takes place in the 90s.
Well, how's it a spinoff? Is it when he's...
So one of the characters that is in Goldberg's tries to become a rock star, fails, comes back to their high school to become a music teacher in the 90s.
Oh.
And then
it's going on at the same time, so you see younger him.
No, totally different characters. It's like it's like a
I see
part of the timeline, but in the future.
So it's like if Screech's high school teacher had his own show.
Correct.
I see.
Yes. And they did and it was what was awesome about it was at the beginning of it, the Star Wars Club is meeting and they're talking about all their dreams coming true in episode 1 and what could possibly happen and all this kind of stuff. It reminded me of what we were going through as people.
I didn't know this show existed.
Schooled?
That's crazy.
It's the girl that's AJ and Allie, the girl that that was
Allie McCall.
Yeah, that was Lainey was like Barry Goldberg's girlfriend, and then she got into the spinoff. It's pretty. I mean, I watch them both. So it's a very entertaining.
Guess what I watched last night, everybody?
The Dirt.
Not the Thing.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You're right. I watched The Voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you why I watched it last night, besides the fact that my wife was watching it. I watched it because I realized the last 2 years in a row, we have gotten the winner on the show.
Yeah.
Like this year, I'm going to actually try to follow it. The problem with that show now...
It's a good start.
Yeah. It didn't work out for you.
Huh? The problem with the auditions are great on that show. They really are. But the problem with that show now is that it's
just American Idol.
It's better than American Idol. But the problem is that none of those people wind up becoming really big stars. They do well. They have careers. But no one's on those competition shows anymore. Like Kelly Clarkson, who are the other ones that have kind of blown up?
Carrie Underwood.
Well, yeah, who's the Jennifer Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, like Clay Aiken I saw at the Dumbo premiere. Did I tell you that? Him and Mario Lopez.
Interesting. Together as buddies.
They weren't together.
Oh.
But
I mean not together. I'm saying as buddies.
Chris Daughtry.
Daughtry used to come into the bar where I worked all the time.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thing was amazing. It was really good. Yeah.
Did you guys watch The Dirt yet? Did you watch it?
I watched it on Friday.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah. So,
I did.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly yesterday.
Did you
and I
watch
reviewed
it?
No,
Did you see it?
No. Oh,
Yeah, I did. I watched it last night. You liked it.
I liked it. You didn't
Okay.
like it? Roxy didn't love it.
I gotta be honest. Mark Fernandez texted me, and he hated it.
He hated it?
Yeah, he couldn't stand it.
He hates everything.
Well, you know, he likes to hate things.
Yeah.
And
Good quality.
You know, it's funny. I said that to him.
Serena, too.
I said to him when it was because he takes offense when I say that to him because he had texted me something about episode 9. I go, come on, you're gonna hate it. He goes, don't say that. And he goes, I want to love it. I go, I know you want to love it, but I just I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did he hate it?
Well, I mean, the same reason that I didn't per se love it was it felt very, very rushed. I think The Dirt could have been a cooler series than a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you didn't read the book and you didn't know a lot about Motley Crue, you were just like, what is happening? Like, because they don't go into a lot of the music. They don't go in. Like, it just felt. It felt like the book, and also Machine Gun Kelly. I know he's trying to act like Tommy Lee.
Yes.
It was bonkers how goofy he was
really
as Tommy
goofy.
Lee.
He was my biggest problem with the movie, but I actually really liked it. I thought that Douglas Booth was incredible.
Douglas Booth was great, and Ewan Rayon was even better.
Yeah, I thought they were, and I thought
Unreal.
Yeah, and the kid who played, she didn't like him, but I thought the kid that played
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil was good.
He was in he was in 11/22/63.
Yes, he was Oswald.
He was Oswald in 11/22/63. I didn't love him as Vince Neil, I'll be honest. The movie again, it just felt really rushed. Like before you knew it, they were megastars, and I was like, where is the in between? Like, show me some of the writing of the songs besides it's like, hey, this is Livewire. You didn't get Dr. Feelgood, you didn't get Home Sweet Home. You just like it, and that's the one thing I loved about Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton.
Or Bohemian Rhapsody.
It wasn't like, and a lot of people are like, I wanted to see more about Freddie Mercury's personal life. Really? That's the interesting stuff? The stuff in The Dirt about all their personal life, like that wasn't interesting to me. Show me the band.
Oh,
show
I like the personal stuff because I guess because the thing was, and I had mentioned this with Ellis today.
The whole movie, they're just doing coke and heroin and coke
kind
and
of
heroin.
what their life was, but but the thing was,
why do we have to hold on those shots for so long? Here's the heroin going into their arm.
Yeah.
Pause.
You didn't like stylistically. You didn't like it.
Still going into their arm. I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't be honest about this movie.
You should.
Not because of you, because I really liked these guys.
They were awesome,
and they
dudes.
were awesome,
Yes.
and they both did a great
They had a lot
job,
of
and it has
passion on it.
nothing to do with them.
You just didn't like the movie.
I'm trying so hard to. I've been trying to convince myself, like, it's fine. It was fine.
But you didn't like it a lot. Yeah, okay, you didn't like it. Yeah. I felt the opposite. I really did like it, and I actually disagree in the fact that I didn't know anything about Motley Crue. I felt that I learned a lot about them.
I watched Behind the Music, I read the book, I did all that.
I didn't. But what I do agree with you is that I wish they would have spent a little bit more time on formation of some of the songs.
Yes.
And I also agree with Roxy very much in where Tommy Lee has a lot of history to where he's been pretty abusive.
Yes.
They touched on it for a
Barely
split
touched
second
on
and
it.
never come back to it,
Yeah.
which they should have. But I thought the chemistry with the guys was awesome. I think that and I had mentioned this with Ellis, is that Bohemian Rhapsody, for the most part, really focuses on Freddie Mercury. It's Freddie Mercury's story. Brian May and everybody else has a part, but it's Freddie Mercury. This is all about the Motley Crue. You turn to the right, you're following the Vince Neil story. You turn to the left, it's the Mick Mars story. You're following everybody, and I thought they did that really well and maneuvered in and out, and it was an interesting story.
Some of their voices sounded so similar that I didn't know where we were at sometimes.
Douglas Booth's accent didn't come out once. You talk about Charlie Hunnam, where Hunnam comes out every 5 seconds. I thought that Douglas Booth was incredible.
No, our boys killed it.
Yeah.
They were great. They were the best part of the
I
movie.
will take nothing away from the performances. I thought
me
it was
too.
great. I just thought that the movie itself expected us to know everything that was happening.
That's a fair point.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
understand what you're saying.
oh, here's Ozzy Osbourne. I bet he's going to snort the ants. There he goes, snorting the ants. Like
That was crazy when that happened, but I didn't know it was coming.
Okay.
And when it did, the first thing I said is that true, and then it is true,
yeah,
and especially
totally.
the other thing that he does is disgusting.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I still got to see it.
You should
I
see
really
it.
went because
I
I
think
was a
you-
huge Motley Crue fan.
It's totally worth the watch. It really is.
I think Reilly will like it.
Yeah,
I think
So
you'll like it.
we sometimes share
Motley
opinions
Crue
on Motley Crue shill.
It didn't make me mad.
That doesn't
It
work.
didn't make me angry in any way. I just wouldn't have picked this story.
Yeah. And again, there were like Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
That movie I could watch anytime, anywhere.
too.
I love
But
Straight Outta
they-
Compton.
But that was a glossy movie too, though.
Totally. But
I don't think his problem with this movie was that it was glossy.
I don't think it was
Straight out of Compton.
I thought it was
super glossy.
thought
They painted them all because they were the producers
Yeah,
of the movie. They
I
painted them all in
understand
a
that, but
really.
it was-
I like the movie a lot.
They walked a line that I really got behind, though.
I
That
love the movie,
Yeah.
but it was told from their. They were the ones who produced
But
it.
Josh, you're
I
not
get
saying
it.
that this movie was glossy. That wasn't your issue.
No.
no.
Not glossy, just rushed.
Yeah.
Like every scene felt like it jumped a couple years and then they were back and then they weren't making an album and then they were torn. Like it just, I
see that
didn't
point.
feel like I was involved, like that I loved Motley Crue because I liked Motley. Like I know everything about it. I knew, anticipated, and I saw everything coming. But that's just because I read the book and saw the behind the music and know so much about Motley Crue.
Right.
If you had nothing and you knew nothing about Motley Crue, this movie did nothing to like make you want to go listen to Motley Crue.
Was that
I don't disagree
tabloid
with that.
pick?
Yeah, agree.
Was
I
that
agree.
tabloid pick Pam Anderson?
No. Which one?
It was not.
With Heather Locklear?
Well, not the picture with her, but that
When
moment,
she throws
yeah.
the paper? Yes, that's Pam
Oh,
Anderson.
this is Pam Anderson.
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Because
Okay.
then that was like you're saying, Josh. Then you had to have known that.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
yeah. I didn't. I was
Didn't
wondering if
think-
you were going
That
to
was
see
the
Pam the whole
only
time.
Pam
Yeah, that was
Anderson
the only.
mentioned.
So
That was
that,
it. Okay. Is that why he
speaking
left
to your
her? Because
point,
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Speaking to your point, like it would have been so much better had they explain. I mean, Pam Anderson's a huge name. For them to be to the audience like, this is what happened, would have been
Right.
so much cooler in
Yeah.
that moment.
I see. I think all valid criticisms. Be the judge for yourself. Go and check it out. I think it's worth a watch. I think it's a good Netflix movie for sure. As where I think Bohemian Rhapsody is a good theater movie. I think this is a really good Netflix movie. Check it out. Tell us what you think in the comment section if you've seen it already. Or if not, come back to the next episode and let us know. But Reilly, what else is going on? Anything?
The biggest news next is the Steven Spielberg coming on Apple, but you want to save that.
Let's save that.
Yeah, because it's a big
I need
story.
you
We're
guys
gonna
to
get
talk
into
me
it.
through what's going
Yeah.
on here.
It's interesting.
Yeah, wild.
We'll save it. And we'll talk about it maybe in a little bit because we'll just go to break now.
Yeah,
because then
we
our
got
guests.
4 minutes. Let's go and break, and we got them out there.
All right, we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to have the creators of Lil Bobby and the Juice. That's right. Mike Sidisin and Tom Dagnino are here. We're going to talk about the Win a Goldfish Here episode after the break.
Hey, Collider fans, John Roca here. Look that behind me. There it is. Collider Sports. That's right. That is happening. We've had some great programming on there already. For those of you that have already watched, thanks so much. We got so much coming down the pike. We're talking about NFL. We're going to talk about NBA. There's plans about NHL. Golf is in the equation now. And, of course, the Premier League show that I host with Jack Hind, that's been in motion for the last couple of weeks. And then an MMA show is on the way from Dennis Zhang, me, and Jay Williams. All those things are happening here at Collider. And, look, we want to hear from you, so we want you to listen. We want you to watch. If you're a sports fan, even if you're not a sports fan, we might entertain you, teach you something new about a sport that you may not have known much about, or maybe so deep into it that you wanted to learn even more about it. We've got you covered. You can do that. Follow us on iTunes and on YouTube. You can there watch all the shows or listen to all the shows that you want, and then leave us comments and rate the shows as well and review them, and then let us know what other sports you want us to cover. Look, we're not touching rugby. I'll just tell you that right now. That's as far out as we'll go, or cricket. But maybe in the future, if we go Collider worldwide, that's certainly a possibility. But for right now, Collider Sports is there for you. Take a look at it, take a watch, and let us know what you think.
Passed out.
Oh, hi guys. It's Perry here, and I am going to tell you about The Witching Hour. It is the show that I host along with Collider.com's Haley Fouch. It is in podcast form on the Collider Factory feed, and we also have the video up and running every Tuesday for you right there on the Collider Podcast YouTube channel. We talk about everything horror. We're talking TV, movies, the newest releases. We talk about movies that are celebrating anniversaries. We've even talked about books. It's crazy. If it is scary, we are talking about it on The Witching Hour. We also have so many filmmaker interviews, really cool stuff. It's all coming your way every single Tuesday on The Witching Hour. Check it out. Collider Factory and the Collider Podcast YouTube channel.
Hello, Collider Live. My name is Amy Dallin.
And I'm Coy Jandro, and we host a little show we love called Collider Heroes. And it is all of the things we love about movies, TV, comics themselves, all the breaking news, trailers, photos, but not paparazzi photos.
All of the superhero stuff we love, all of the indie comic stuff we love, all the stuff you had no idea was based on comics.
80 years of comic lore have led to this show, and many years in film and TV, and we're living in a golden age of comics, and we want to share all of that zeal with you folks.
So we talk about the stuff that's coming out, we talk about what we hope is coming out, we do fantasy casting of things that should exist, why don't they exist?
And we do your Twitter questions asking directly to us what we think of certain things, and every single week, since we both actually love and read physical comics, buy in print, we have a comic pull list where our 5 biggest favorite books of the week come out, and we dive into those with you guys.
You can buy digital, I'll forgive you, as long as you're paying for your comics. It's all good.
But if you buy in print, you can bag them and board them, and then they're worth more later, because comics are like certain things from the 90s that are totally worth the value. Buy comics, buy in print. Digital's never worth anything later. Buy in print, keep comic stores alive.
Or we can debate collector's items all day long. We can debate casting, we can debate movie news. We can have all of our friends come join us, as we frequently do. We can ask professionals about their work. We've had some amazing guests come by the show.
Yep. We try to
can catch it every Wednesday.
That are on these properties that also love comics. You hear what it's like from their perspective, from inside, from outside, and this is all with the focus of bringing all this news to you guys. And we're here every Wednesday on Collider, and we love this stuff and want to share it with you guys.
We'll see you then.
Hey guys, Reilly here, and let me tell you about the Reilly Roundtable. That's right, they gave Reilly his own podcast. The Reilly Roundtable is on its new home. It drops every Thursday. The Reilly Roundtable is a little bit about everything. It's about movies and life and movies and everything in between. I like to have on special guests for discussions like Justice League versus Batman v Superman, for discussions about wine tasting, for discussions about UFOs, and everything in between. That's right, the Reilly Roundtable drops on Thursdays on the One-on-One with Kristian Harloff podcast feed, and later on Collider Video's own podcast video network. So check it out every Thursday, the Reilly Roundtable. See you there.
Hey everyone, John Roca here, one of the hosts for Collider Sports Time. That's our new show there on the Collider Sports Network. It's our flagship show, just like Collider Movie Talk. We get on, talk about a bunch of sports issues of the day and what is burning up social media, what topics are burning up social media. That's what we do on Collider Sports Time. I'm joined by my top 10 co-host, Matt Nost. Me and him, we welcome a bevy of guests every week to talk about NFL, the Major League Baseball playoffs, NHL, and the NBA, which is starting up soon. We're going to talk about that. We also get into UFC stuff, college football, all the stuff that's happening in the world of sports. We're going to cover it on Collider Sports Time. And we're going to take the time to break it all down and give our opinions and our unique takes and unfiltered thoughts on what we think about the sports news of the day. So don't forget to join us every week on Monday for the Collider Sports Time show on the Collider Sports Network. And don't forget to subscribe on the Collider Sports Network on YouTube and on the Collider Sports podcast feed. We're going to bring you all kinds of stuff. Hope to hear from you soon.
Welcome back, everybody, to Collider Live. We are back here. What's this music, Cody?
It's from Watchmen.
Oh,
it's with Zack Snyder.
Nice. Oh,
we were
I see what you did there. It's good. We are back in studio here. As you know, you've heard snippets already on the show, Cody. They've heard snippets of the episode.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, thanks, Cody. That's what I like about you.
He's letting the music ride.
He's getting so excited about the Watchmen right now. I can see him slow dancing.
I'm excited about the series.
So the episode it's episode 3, I believe, and it is an episode of Lil Bobby and the Juice. We have the co-creators of that show, our own Tom Dagnino, aka Bobby Gucci, aka Bobby Finstock, and the Jersey Devil himself, Mike Sidisin. What's up, boys?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Uncle Lenny.
Uncle Lenny. I know it's good to have you guys back on the show, and Roxy, of course, also part. It's like we're all part of an episode now.
She was Gustavo.
Yeah.
We're all in this
Why
together.
did you name your son Gustav if your name is Gustavo?
Because I love myself.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
It's a form of self-love.
See, you know your character. Yeah. She knows her character. Now, I'll tell you,
2019.
here's
Open
what I
your
was
mind.
because, like I said, what I was worried about with this episode, I said it earlier, is that the second you see, you'd even said to me, "Hey, can you tweet this thing out?" I go, "I'm not tweeting stuff out with Klan people running around." I said, "I'm just not going to do that." I was like, "But I got to see." I said, "I'm going to watch the episode,
of course,
and see what the episode is."
Of course,
it's set because Lil Bobby and the Juice are both morons. I mean, they're idiots,
certified.
But they have like this dynamic together because they're friends. Obviously, you don't ever really learn how, and I don't think you should. But it opens up. They have and it always opens up with like this kind of like monologue. To what was cleverly, it always spins back into what the entire episode is about. But it starts out. They have this ridiculous exchange, and then then they get into this carnival, and shit goes down. And a lot of times I'm going, "Oh, how are they going to deal with this subject matter?" And when they do, it's like, okay, well, good. These people got what they deserved anyway. So yeah, so it was.
Can I give a little spoiler of the episode, or are we not allowed?
How much of a spoiler?
Well, I just am curious about like how. So that initial conversation in the car, right?
Yes.
Is that you guys like hanging
Riffing.
out with each other and talking about hot people and what happens?
Like what we would usually do?
Yeah, like or are you guys like, all right, we have to write an episode. What conversation works here?
Yeah, I mean, you jot stuff down in your notepad, and then you sit
Based
back
on
and be like,
conversations you're having.
yeah, sure. Because you just do for the most part, yes.
Well, it takes a lot. Some things make me laugh and some things don't. Like if both of us are laughing at something, then we probably know there's something there. You know. So
and you just write it down, or you like record yourself.
Well, no, I just put it in notepads and things like that. But for the most part, if you're sitting there, it's almost like a stand-up routine. You're like, all right, cool. My theory was, only good-looking people, hit people with cars, but bad-looking people always get hit. Of course.
Good-looking people don't get hit by cars.
Okay, so that was the spoiler I was going to give.
Is somebody yelling at us?
So what happens there? And it's not necessarily per se like just pretty in the face. Just ugly people get what they deserve. That's the moral of the whole story.
Right.
So what you need to do and how we've been doing this.
And you're not necessarily meaning physical.
Not
exactly. If I didn't see the episode, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" But I know exactly what you're talking about after watching the episode.
Well, exactly, and then there you go. Now the interesting part is the middle. It's filling it. And it's called the Harold theory of comedy. It's like almost what Seinfeld does. They hit you, then they bamboozle you, and then they hit you again.
Right.
With the circular logic.
Well, because I love it because the character, Lil Bobby, is really he's a pretty horrible person.
He's awful.
Yeah, he's a pretty horrible person.
He's awful.
Because and what's just crazy to say this is that the Juice, who in real life is a horrible person,
He's a better person.
You feel good if you're like, oh, this poor guy. He's like hanging with this, but he's an idiot. I mean, the Juice is an absolute moron. But he's this guy. He's not a bad guy.
Well, he bears no resemblance to the actual Juice.
No,
like there's nothing about him that is the Juice.
No, he's Hertz commercial Juice. He is America's sweetheart
70s Juice.
Yeah.
He's the isotoner glove wearing Juice.
He's our vision.
Before
He's
the
our
bad
vision
glove.
of Juice. What we thought he was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
right.
everybody thought he was. He's the Naked Gun Juice.
Yeah. Right.
And I think what comes down to that is that was the brilliance of it, I think, to how he said, how can we play this guy to a point where people are going to look past what he's allegedly or did do.
If I did it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And this was the perfect way to do it. I mean, in the end, another not pre-spoiler, but whatever, where he's like, when they mentioned Gene Hackman, he's like, well, he got hit by a car once, and that's where it comes back around as well. So
I love that line. Wait a minute, legendary actor. Who said he's good looking? Yeah, it's good. No, it's very clever. It's funny. It's a funny episode. It's good. I liked it. I was curious, how Rox and I would appear, and I think it was really good. Did you know? Did you know what the context of the scene was when you?
I
the
knew
lines?
nothing.
You knew nothing.
I gave you the page, so what Gustav was going to say.
Kind of.
You saw what Gustav said.
There was no conversation about what. I didn't know who we were talking about.
Right.
Fair enough.
Okay. So.
Fair enough.
But I did know some things.
Right.
And based off those things, I gave them a few things.
But you were happy with it.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job with it. And I think that it worked with
it did work.
And I did get a picture of what she looked like.
Okay.
So that was helpful, actually.
Yeah. She had a nice dress on. Little side stuff going on. It was great.
Yeah, it's what did you call what did Juice call the one girl who had her pants off? What
Short cake.
Yeah, see that's a voice that I was like, I could do that.
Yeah, it was really. I was waiting to see if that was you, and I was like, no, that's not.
No,
Roxy.
she had a cool Valley Girl voice.
Who was that?
I could have rocked that.
That was
she did great though.
my lovely girlfriend who's
was it?
from
Was
the
it?
Valley.
Oh,
so I was
funny.
like, just give the best Valley boy. She's like, okay. And she talks like that sometimes.
That was
anyway.
your girlfriend?
Yeah.
She did great.
That was good.
She was a former voiceover actress.
Yeah. So Go and check that
great.
episode out, guys. Right now, it's not, I mean, it's pretty simple to find. Lil Bobby and the Juice. You know, there's one guy and his girlfriend who do reactions to every episode that you guys do. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Is that was
That guy is unbelievable.
He's like he's out of his mind.
Yeah, he's out of his
I
mind.
love him.
We won her over because she was like, "I hate this, I hate this."
She was cracking up in the last episode.
She
I
was
saw
like,
that.
"I love the mini hands," and
Wait, the reaction person's a girl?
It's a couple. It's a
Oh.
couple. Yeah, I think it's a couple. Unless
No,
they're brother
no,
or sister. I don't know.
yeah, I'm not sure
I don't
what
even
they
know.
are.
I have no
but
idea.
They're amazing.
A man and a woman.
Yeah. It's a man and a woman. But
Okay.
but they watch together and it's I'd seen her reaction to the trailer and she hated it. And now she's cracking up when she watches every episode.
And they were drinking like Mad Dog.
Yeah, can you bring up the episode, the most recent episode? I'll read some of the comments because I always find this very humorous every time I read the comments on this because you never know what you're going to get.
Well, I
with
was
it.
always, when we sent you the lines, I was like, is this guy going to go? I mean, let's see. I mean, obviously it was Carl. And your stuff was very, clean. Yeah. Obviously it had nothing to do with that.
Just we don't need to see the episode, just the comments. Just zoom into the comments, boys.
I don't understand what you just said, Finstock.
Me either.
Okay.
Okay, so
I will.
the best
down
thing on the fucking internet, which is a good one.
Yeah,
Little
that's a
zoom in just a little bit more, guys. I can't see. My eyes are gone.
Way to go, Harloff. Fucking hell. Denzel Washington. Yeah.
That's the one.
Denzel Washington.
You know what?
Yeah.
I do want to play that clip, and I'll tell you exactly where it is, guys.
my
Go
favorite
up.
part.
Just go up to the actual video itself and just zoom through. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, it's right there. It's right around there. There's a bunch of. It's
No, it's when we see a line of people.
It's right there. Yeah, yeah. So play there.
Denzel Washington.
I need
So
a Denzel.
who's doing that?
That's both you guys.
Yeah.
That's both you guys, right?
Yeah, it was Gustav.
Oh,
That's me for Gustav.
Oh, that was you
Yeah.
for Gustav. So that Gustav was doing Denzel Washington. Yeah, I thought it was a whole line of
Because
people.
Well, it's mixed to
It's mixed.
to be looked like that.
Yeah.
But it's Gustav essentially.
Right.
Cody, would you please get that clip?
We had a cut scene where Bobby was actually building that booth for the juice.
It's look at 254. The moment fans around the world have been waiting for. Go ahead and click on it. Hit that 254.
Jesus,
we know
what it is.
we know what it is. Oh, it's gone.
Maybe for the better.
Well, for Dan.
254.
Goldfish here. Winnie goldfish here. Winnie goldfish here.
Poof. Bingo.
Oh, you put poof in there.
Yeah, but
That's good.
it's funny when we hit him again because
Yeah.
we were thinking about giving him a different line before that. But
Yeah.
we're like, no, let's just keep hitting him with the goldfish line.
It's so how many views do we have right now with this one? It's like 2,000 or something. I mean, 1,200.
Yeah, we just released it
1,200
late last night.
Yeah, you got about 3.2 thousand subscribers, which is good. You're building up there now too. So the channel's getting up there. So
it's getting there.
Yeah,
It's getting there.
Congrats, boys.
What are you
What's
guys
up?
looking to, like, how many do you need, do you feel like, to take this to the next level? What do you need?
I mean,
How many have you shot?
Episode wise?
Yeah.
We have 8 in the can.
8 in the can.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, we're still working towards perfecting them. More voices. And that's what, lead us to where we want to talk about how we're going to go into the next realm of putting these episodes out.
Cool.
You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so we're thinking about, because a lot of these episodes that we started with earlier didn't have that many voices to give out.
Right.
They were just kind of insulated between the two of
Two
us.
of those, right.
So now that episodes, and these were the first 3 we shot in the order we shot them. So as we built, we got stronger, we got better. There's more characters, there's more sets.
You guys feel more comfortable with the characters, yeah.
Yeah, that too, but there's also a lot of empty characters that we just threw a voice in for, but really didn't put any passion behind, just to fill the economics of needing a voice for the edit,
Right.
But now these are open slots. So the original plan is to try to open this up now to new voice actors, to new writers,
Right.
a lot of stuff like that to maybe round out this season, and we've got some interesting ideas on how we want to take
Cool.
this.
Were you guys-
Christian and I making
Yes.
a second appearance?
Sure.
or-
Absolutely.
Whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
Upon.
I felt like we underutilized you. I think
Yeah.
Totally.
Don't
I'm
worry,
so
you're-
underutilized.
You're going to be.
Story of my life.
You're gonna be,
Not on this show.
You're going to be overutilized soon.
I've been overutilized.
No, I mean, look, we want to make this, from the get-go. What we talked about was getting the first 3 episodes out there, building a fan base, letting people get a gist of because everybody before the first episodes are out there, like, see these fucking clowns could do something good here. Then it was like, all right, 1's good. You're like, actually 2's pretty good too. 3, if not better. You said it was the best one
I think
so
it's
far.
the best so far.
Thank you.
And it just keeps getting better. Right. So what we want to do is make it more interactive to the fans, because obviously this is a movie fan base, Collider as a whole, and there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of actors, there's a lot of directors, there's a lot of voiceover actors, there's everything. We want to make this kind of show for the people.
Right.
So we want to put out different things where you get a chance to write a script. you get a chance to voiceover. If you're a designer, Bobby will wear your clothes. If you own a store, we'll put it in the background.
Why aren't
Things
you
like
doing
that.
a Kickstarter or Indiegogo then?
That's where we're
That's
leading
our
to.
avenue.
That's
Indiegogo.
where we're going to. But we wanted to build the fan base.
You wanted to
or
get it first.
Yeah,
to
so
show you guys a
people-
taste.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
just so, I mean, look, obviously the Finstock character, people are like, oh, this guy's going to take
Right,
fucking
but it costs,
100 grand and run the
but it costs
Antigua.
money to do
Right,
this.
of
You guys
course.
need you want to get better puppets. You want to get
Absolutely.
better sound. You want to, and you
Absolutely.
need more money to do that.
That's
So-
pretty much what it comes down to. And just giving an opportunity for people. You know, we all worked in the studios at one point. It's so hard to get a script out there. It's so hard to get your name out there. We want to give people an opportunity. You know, it's like almost script writing competition here. You know, and voices. Somebody might come through with even a better goldfish voice. I don't think it's possible, but it's possible.
Right.
You know.
Well, Christian almost did.
It's a good way.
Almost. No, I think he took it.
But I just took it off the original classic and just
It's
spun my
just-
own take.
yeah,
on it.
What is your guys' release schedule? Because I've been confused on when the episodes are dropping.
That's a legitimate question. You know, with
Because you've got 8 in the can, you know.
Is
It's
that
not
Alex
like,
cracking up in the background?
It doesn't sound like you guys are struggling to get them done. So if you have 8
I mean,
in the
we're
can,
a two-man operation here. That's
Oh,
the thing.
100%.
And we
And I'm
want to
not
make it. We want to make it more than that. You know, and it's very hard to get things together because we both work and we have other things going on. There's tons of things, but you know, yes, if we had a full team, yeah, we could pump these things out weekly if that was the case. I mean, we could sit back and write episodes, and you know, I think it took us 2 months to put out 8 episodes. We could do that very easily. Plus, we have stuff in the can for another 5 seasons, possibly, if we want, in our minds, not written.
Right.
so not
But, I
in
mean,
the can.
Not fully in the can. No, the 8 original, yes.
Yeah. But you,
Those
can't,
are
you
there.
can't just say you have
I
5
guess it's like-
seasons in the can
In
of
the
your
head.
mind.
In our head.
In our head. Yeah, we have other scripts that we can break up that were movies back in the day that no one would ever go near. Not because it was bad writing, but just because actors wouldn't do that. But now we're like, the fucking puppets are going to do it.
Right.
So,
Well, that's the
you know
and
what I
that's
mean?
the whole
So-
point. Well, look again.
cool.
So once you guys get that launch, let us know. But one of the things too, because Mike, you went to your first live event on Saturday night.
Yeah, it was fantastic. You guys did a great job.
Thank you. But you also, what I also realized, you heard all the fans screaming out when a goldfish here.
Yeah, well, he let me in like the back frosted doors, like through
Yeah.
the back, so I was with all the competitors. So that's where I really wanted to be anyway. I didn't, you know, I almost hit the fans too, but I mean,
Right.
I wanted to see really how it felt or what's going on.
Sure.
I felt like I was better off there. I was getting more of a vibe, and then I heard I had to get out of the way for the camera. This guy was going out, but then I hear all this stuff, and I was like, this is fucking hysterical.
It was because there were quite a few Little
great.
Bobby and just fans there that night.
Oh yeah, they goldfished me to death.
Yeah.
In a good way.
And it was really funny because we met some really interesting fans, and I think that was his first taste of actually seeing fans that actually really like the show.
Right.
Because I'd come on shows and be like, "Oh, these guys love this" or whatever. But there were some really passionate fans out there. The one guy was telling us it's like military humor.
Yeah.
And a couple of really interesting takes on that we never looked at how the show was, how it perceived from people. You
Well,
know?
that's important for you guys to know in terms of marketing. Like,
Of
It's
course.
fantastic. Yeah, my dad was in the military for 20 years, so I was like, yeah, it is kind of. We do have that kind of a gear into the military. You know what I mean? So he was like, oh my god, and we play it at the office and this and that. I was like, that's crazy, but just to know that is great. you know, moving forward.
Well, another thing that I wanted to ask you because I saw you respond, you were confused by it. So David Moda, who's a fan, and Cody, you had to have interacted with this guy, right?
Who?
David Moda.
The name's
I'm
not
confused with what you're getting
Yeah, what are
at,
you
too.
talking about?
All right, so I have something to tell you afterwards. It'll make you very excited, but I can't. I don't want to say it on the air. But David.
will it make me excited?
What? No, Cody. But David Moda takes pictures of at every event. He comes to the events. He's a really good photographer. But he brought beer, like this kind of beer.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me and Ellis in the meet and greet, which is always a bad idea to hand us stuff. We got so many people coming in, so we put it down.
And it was for me, and you didn't.
It was for me, you, there were a couple other people too, but we're meeting everybody. There's like 60, 70 people coming in, and I know his face now, but he walks in, he's like, here, and I'm just like, oh, it's a great gift. So we put it down, we're like, oh, we'll get to it. Then it's like, hey, guys need to go here, and they shove us off here. I'm like, did we take the stuff? Oh, someone will get it. Nobody got it. So the fans got it.
What is a better way to give you gifts?
Probably giving it to like Megan or someone
Okay.
someone who's there or some part of the crew because we're it's just
I would
it was
So
a
somebody
super
did,
generous
David
gift. but
tried
it's-
to give me beer.
I have 2 gifts for your daughters.
Oh, nice. What the hell?
What are they?
Goldfish is
Oh.
good. Yeah, that's good.
For you as well.
Oh
Yeah,
my
look at that.
God! Look how
Goldfish
cute
gifts.
you guys
Yeah, I got a pair of
are.
earrings for you too.
I like that.
No way.
I would
are you
show.
being serious or no?
Yeah. They're yellow goldfish too.
Yeah.
They're very rare.
Goldfish.
They're-
Goldfish.
yeah, when they're
I do want to
But
talk.
I want this to be a bracelet.
It can be.
Yeah, it can be. But let's talk. I
Alright,
want to
I
talk a
gotta
little
look
bit
into
movie
it.
news with you guys too, because there's some
Sure.
stuff, and I want to get your opinions on this thing. Riley, break down what the hell's going on with Steven Spielberg.
Well, Steven Spielberg came out, he said over the past year, about Netflix. He doesn't believe in the theatrical release, disqualifying it from Oscars consideration. And then
nobody was on his side on that.
nobody was really on his side, calling him an old curmudgeon. And then Apple Plus had their big unveiling yesterday, and who walks out but Steven Spielberg?
Right.
And he's saying, here you go. And he is promoting his Amazing Stories.
Right.
So he's rebooting that. It's going to be a series. That's what he's there for. But a lot of people are sitting there because he's there with Reese Witherspoon, and they did this big video where it's like, stories need to be told, movies need to be told. Here's another platform to do just that. Artists have a voice that you need to see. And there's Spielberg, and the internet exploded. And they're calling him a hypocrite.
Here's the thing.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
See, but I'm a little and talk me off the ledge here because I'm a little on the confused side with it because
Me too.
The first part of it with Netflix, I'm completely against Spielberg. I think it's silly. I think if you're making a movie and you're making a feature film and you follow the rules that you get into 5 theaters, you should be eligible because you're putting in the money, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the performances. It's a movie. It doesn't say
100%.
Yeah, it's a movie, so of course it should be recognized. Just because this studio didn't maybe have the money that the majority of places where Spielberg makes his movies do that they can push it out.
And why are they recognizing shorts at the Oscars then?
That's what I mean. So that part is silly. The part where I don't see him getting shit for is because he wasn't against Netflix in general. He was against movies on Netflix being nominated for Oscars. So he wasn't against the streaming platform. He was just against the streaming platform getting nominated. So the fact that he's peddling another streaming service, I don't know if that's hypocritical. I just think that if he was to say like, "Hey guys, artist needs a place," and on Apple they're going to be nominated for Oscars, then it's more of a hypocrisy.
But you think that he's part of a streaming service in which he doesn't think should be nominated for anything?
Well, I mean, he's going to have to answer the question.
Which I think that would be insane if
Yeah.
Spielberg was like, I'm part of this service and I don't think they should be eligible to be nominated for Emmys, Oscars, anything.
Well,
No.
that's essentially what he's saying now.
But I think that's
I-
bullshit.
And that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because basically Netflix is like for independent filmmakers, but their budgets are high. Like I watched The Dirt yesterday.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I
I
did.
liked it too.
It's
I
good.
thought it was great.
It's
Yeah.
very like reminiscent of like Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg,
I'm
but a little
so
more dirty and
surprised.
raunchier.
We're half. It's
But,
half.
Yeah, I'm so
but
surprised.
I dug it though. I mean, was it too raunchy for you?
No.
I mean,
for her,
well, so
probably
I mean,
not
look,
raunchy enough.
No, it was neither of those things. The story wasn't full.
Yeah, they should have put our buddy Randy in.
Randy Watson.
That was my problem with it too.
Randy. Should I tell Randy's story?
Yeah, if you want.
He was basically Vince Neil's best man. They're best friends. They would go to Laker games, they hang out, whatever. This guy was a crazy person. He had
What do you mean
Smokey
he was
Robinson's
basically
like
his
Rolls
best
Royce.
man?
Yeah. So the night before the wedding, guess what happens?
What happens?
Randy doesn't show up to the wedding, and they go searching for him. They found him in a ditch.
Well, he's dead.
In Vegas.
Very close to death.
Oh, very
He was
close.
like outside, like parading around with a lot of money because he's like has a lot of
We had
money.
like championship rings from the Lakers. And
Yeah,
all kinds
yeah.
of
He was
stuff.
like friends with
Like
Jerry Buss and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. They found him in like a ditch, and he obviously couldn't, be the best man at the wedding.
Right.
But he's alive now.
Okay, well, good for Randy. Glad he's all right.
Wait,
Well,
You have a lot of
it's true.
questions.
just why did you think that should be in the movie?
Why not? Would you not like to see that? I mean, he
What
has
is
his
it?
daughter.
But
right?
Randy wasn't
I
really
thought
part of the
Are you trying to
story.
imply that Vince put him in the ditch?
No.
What a twist!
No, Randy, he was screwing around in the streets, and he got dealt with, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
I
Do you try to
personally-
make sense out of it anymore?
I
personally
do.
would have
You do.
I would have liked to see it in the movie.
How long have you known him for?
Now what are we at 6?
So
That's
you're
what I
saying.
mean.
So
So what are you trying to
basically, what
figure
you're
out?
saying is 6
What
years.
I'm saying is that I've been officially named your publicist, right?
Sure.
And so I have to try to
Figure it out.
explain.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you're saying
rationalize.
that
Good luck to you.
you wouldn't like to see a crazy Asian guy, almost Hangover style, but something bad happened.
When I was
so they could
saying that
replace
there were
with the daughter
parts of
thing,
the
maybe.
story that we were missing, it meant like Motley Crue's story.
There was nothing. I mean, look, they were mainlining like Jack Daniels. They were crazy partying people, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's a story that you wanted to see, and that's what you got.
I mean, look, that's exactly what you saw.
Yeah.
And
I already told
and that's
you.
what it was.
I already told the people.
It was a good movie.
I liked it.
But getting back to Spielberg here.
Yes.
The way I see it, Netflix is definitely good for independent filmmakers at this point. they're giving everybody a shot, TV-wise, movie-wise.
Well, they make the smaller movies possible because a lot of times these smaller movies, nobody wants to see them in the theaters anymore.
Right, of course. That's that's what I'm saying.
It's a convenience factor.
Yeah, because it's easy. Because the $30 million movies are a thing of the past, like unless they're on a streaming platform. Because
100%.
Majority of movies that come out
doesn't make $30 million movies.
Fox 2000 being
Right. Because they'll all go on probably Disney Plus now, or something along those lines. This is because it's just
split between Searchlight and that.
The risk is not worth the reward.
Because the ticket prices for movies are pretty expensive, right? And majority of people are not cinephiles. They're people who like to go for theater experiences. So they go to the Avengers and they go to Star Wars and they go to the animated movies because it's just the entertainment factor. They're not going for the art of it, right?
Let me ask
the
you
art
something.
is on Netflix.
Do you think that Netflix should just buy up a bunch of independent theaters like the Globe and just put their movies in those places?
Why? I mean, the
Would that be
theater business is not a great business.
Yeah, but you could charge $5 in there and still make your money off the popcorn and
if
everything else.
If I have a $10
and I'll tell you why.
If I have a $10 subscription to Netflix or $12, whatever the fuck it is now, if I have that, and I can make a pizza at my house, why am I going to the Globe to go watch it for $5?
The whole point is to break up the. I can't watch. I don't think I've ever been. I haven't been in the theater in probably like 2 years.
Yeah.
But I have to break up a movie in like 30 pieces. You know what I mean? If at Netflix it allows me to do that, make a pizza, do whatever, catch up with it, and then I'll get it done.
But it took me 2 days to watch Sleeping with the Enemy the other day, and I've seen that movie 40 times.
Sure.
Also, I love Netflix original movies.
And Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yes,
Okay.
which was the year that I was born. I loved the Robbie Amell one, ARQ that came out a long time ago. I love Kissing Booth. I love The Package. These like kind of weird
they're
movies
fantastic.
that they put out. I would never go see
Dumpling.
them in
Did you
theaters.
see Dumpling?
Exactly.
I would never go to the theaters to see The Kissing
That's
Booth.
right.
But my sister and I, you're damn right, are watching it at 1 a.m, stoned off our ass
It's
on my couch.
it's an elevated Lifetime movie.
Yeah, but look, 20 years ago, The Kissing Booth is coming out in the theater and it has, or 15 years ago,
Has
it's got
Drew Barrymore,
Katherine Heigl or somebody.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
oh my God, Set It Up, that movie with Lucy Liu, that was bomb. It was awesome.
Right, all those-
But I never
You
would have
wouldn't see
gone
that
to
in the
see
theater,
it.
no, and
But I'm
that's-
going to watch all of them at home.
And that's why this silly statement of that these movies shouldn't be, and not that any of those movies particularly might get nominated for Oscars, but they should be able to, be considered.
If they're great, yeah.
Right, it should be considered as it's a silly statement. So you're not wrong to what you're saying with Spielberg. If what he is essentially saying, he's not allowed to say ever that this new platform that he's involved with, this Apple platform, that any of these movies, he's got to come out and say they shouldn't be nominated.
But I just don't think he would involve himself in a project that he didn't think should be able to be
I know.
nominated. So that's where, when you said talk you off the ledge, that's where the hypocrisy comes into this.
When was the last time he was nominated for something?
What was the last? I mean, did Ready Player One get nominated for
Effects?
Effects,
yeah.
He didn't.
Yes,
Maybe the one with Tom Hanks and the other guy.
Bridge of Spies?
Yeah,
Bridge of Spies.
I think Rylance was the only one nominated and won.
Check out Spielberg's. Yeah,
he's 70-something years
What was
old.
these are wins or nominees? The Post. Is that what he was?
Was a
That was a couple of years
nomination.
ago.
Best Picture.
Yeah,
He always gets some kind of nomination.
Yeah, he does.
Anytime he puts something out, there's something involved.
Yeah. I wonder if he
Probably Lincoln. I would say that's the last time he was nominated for Best Director.
Oh, you're saying director.
Yeah, for director.
When was the last? But I wonder if he's backed off at all from these comments. You know, because there's no way that he thought everyone, because he's Spielberg, he thought everybody was going to be on his side, and nobody was on his side.
I think that you're, as a human, because you said he can't say this, you're allowed to change your mind.
Yeah.
But then you just have to say, I changed my mind.
Correct.
And,
I agree
and you
with
have
you.
to come out and say, you know what? I heard all of you guys. I was wrong. I changed my mind. And then that's fine.
Question: He's always kind of portrayed himself as like the very nice, kind of kind, understanding guy. But you know, there's a power play with him because he's Steven Spielberg.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The biggest power player in Hollywood.
That's what I mean.
That's the reason why Universal Studios is still up and running.
Yeah, because I remember I can't remember what the story was. There was somebody who leaked something on the stage on one of his sets, and I heard about it, and he was not happy about it.
Unrelated, I used to date a guy who looked exactly like Steven Spielberg. It was a bizarre move.
7-year-old version?
Yeah.
How old was he?
How old did he look?
No,
did he look
he
like
was-
the 7-year-old?
No, he looked like a young Steven Spielberg,
okay.
which is like a kind of a weird look in
So
general.
he was like 50?
And the last time that we ever hooked up, I remember I was wearing a necklace that had a bullet on the end of it.
Were you
Because
listening to John Williams during it?
Nope.
Oh.
We were listening to The National. I actually remember what we were listening to. And the last time we hooked up, I was wearing the bullet, and I was like on top of him, and the bullet went into his mouth, and he started choking, and I never heard from him again.
Wow.
we
That was
never,
it.
Yeah, like
so-
we never ended up sleeping together. We were just like
Wait, what were
kind
you
of
doing on top
we
of
were,
him then?
we were like hot and heavy, hooking up.
Just like heavy hooking.
Right.
Yeah.
It was getting there, but then the bullet ruined it.
Oh, I see where.
Yeah, the bullet ruined
I'm
it.
just thinking about proximity here of how the bullet went into his mouth.
Well, like it was dangling down.
But
on
like, okay.
like you don't get that?
Well, you were on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You opened this can of worms.
Well, I
All
was
right.
saying like how were
Yeah.
you, what position you were.
All right, take it easy. All right, let's
Yeah.
we'll
So-
move to the.
I got a thing for Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg. Where'd you meet this character? UCLA, USC.
No, I don't know. It was during a phase.
It was during.
But like I don't know where I was or who I was.
Was it in Boston or was that
No,
here?
it was out here.
Tell me about the guy that looks like Del Toro.
Meet him. Don't
No.
have one of those.
No, all right, fine.
That would have been a good phase too, though.
Is that the kind of
Toro's
guys you
the
go
best.
with? Like, you try to. I know you dated Ben for a while, but before Ben, were you like specifically searching for guys that look
really
like
don't have
old directors?
No, I don't think I really have a type. I've dated all sizes and colors,
Mechanics.
and types and occupations.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a personality girl.
Yeah. Okay, I believe that about you.
Yeah,
I can see that.
His was fine.
So where's this bullet thing? Is it gone?
You know what? I was just thinking about that as we were talking. It was a really cool one. But you want to know how I think I lost it? Because
In his mouth.
No.
Yeah.
I tried to fly with it, and TSA
they
confiscated
say
it.
get rid of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is kind of what it is. What it is.
I really want to goldfish there.
All right.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, Riley. What
story.
else? You got something else?
No, that's it for news.
That's it for news.
Yeah,
Slow,
news was
huh? Just
kind
slow?
of slow. I mean, I mentioned it yesterday, but in Rocket Man's going to be rated R. That's the last
Well,
bit
it should
of
be. That's another movie. That's a movie I understand should be like to me. Elton John warrants a big screen adaptation, and it should be rated R for sure.
Because it came out, it was going to be possibly rated PG-13 and kind of follow. And everybody's like, "Oh, look at Bohemian Rhapsody; they're kind of following the same
of course.
thing." And everybody kind of pushed back on that and said, "Well, wait a minute, how are you going to do this?"
Right.
And then officially rated.
Yeah.
So there it is.
What are you nodding about? You got something in you?
I wonder what they're going to
I
hit
was
on it.
listening to the episode. You and I were not here when Riley was telling people about that on Friday. And Roca, I know he misspoke, and I'm sure that's what it was, but he said something so asinine.
What did he say? I missed it.
And Riley was like, "Why did you think that it would be rated R?" And Roca like listed some things and then was like, "Gay stuff." Like, it was just like. He just meant
but
sex.
does that warrant a rated R?
Right.
When he said I was sitting at home, like
He just meant sexual.
he meant sex.
Sexual material.
Yeah, sexual material.
It's like
That's
old
exactly what
Grandpa Roca came out sitting on the balcony.
And then
Rated
gay
R
stuff.
for gay
he
stuff.
didn't mean it, but I was sitting there cringing like, "Oh no, Roca."
I
Oh,
even cringed. I mean, was that the second half of the show?
Around
Dorina
there.
didn't call him out on it?
Nobody said anything
Really?
except for me in my car.
What was?
And then you made a wrong
Beyond
turn.
the Candelabra rated?
God bless you.
Because that was the weirdest.
Oh,
that was an
the
HBO
Michael
movie.
Douglas one, right?
Yeah, with Matt Damon.
That was an HBO film.
Super
Yeah,
bizarre.
so it was probably.
Never saw it.
Gay stuff.
Check it out.
Wait,
It's amazing.
can you go to the Facebook group for a second because I want to see is there anything that we missed as far as videos go? Collider Live official. There you go. By the way, that group is really doing well. Over 16,000 people right now inside of that group.
Yeah, we like to thank those guys a lot because those guys give us real push for the show.
Yeah, so
those guys are great.
I'm trying. Let's just some questions here. Let's just some questions here. So start. How did Reilly and Harloff meet? Was it CPK? Is that where we met?
Yeah,
It was
CPK.
Jason responded. See, look, they know. Some people already know you guys.
Someone said it was. That's true.
Yeah,
Said
they
it
go
was a-
CPK. Yeah, CPK.
Oh, yeah, that's a well-known fact.
Yeah. Because
Santa Monica one.
Well, yeah, I knew.
And Brett, right?
Brett, I knew.
And
before-
Nick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nick
so
Tran.
Nick Tran, right?
Oh,
but
Nick. I remember
yeah,
Nick,
Nick was
yeah.
great.
Yeah, Nick's a good guy.
I've known him the longest. I know Mike the longest. I met Mike in college.
What?
Yeah, I met Mike in college. Mike.
With Mike Kalinowski?
I knew Mike Sidisin. Well, maybe Kalinowski a little, like a couple months longer.
Mike was going out when I was coming in.
Yeah, and so I knew.
Calling him old?
No,
He's
he was a higher grade.
You can call him old. He's a little older.
It was a
He
joke.
looks
good, though.
he looks like he's 25 years old, but
He
but
looks so
it's
so
ridiculous.
young.
Yeah, it's where Snyder is the
Great
opposite.
guy. Yeah, Snyder looked like a young Eric Bana.
Yeah,
Then I was like, what happened?
No,
Shut the fuck up, Snyder.
I know Snyder's 33, but you're like, wait, what? But I know Mike, because Mike, I told you, you weren't on the show. So Mike used to bring up, type in Citizen versus Sense on YouTube. No, that's what I did the first time he got mad at me. It's SIDISIN. So Mike used to box for me in college, and I ran a boxing league. So go to videos.
Adding this to my notes of my one-on-one with you.
Yeah, go to videos. It's essentially where there it is right here.
Your one-on-one him.
So we can just go to so you zoom in here. So you can go into the first round because this one's all in slow motion, but it's still it's worth it. So keep Roxy. Here you go. Look right there. That's it.
Slow-mo?
This is round. Yeah, this is round. So Mike. This is before the tattoo.
Yeah.
Mike's on the left. And so this fight was just brutal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And where was this? In the pizza kitchen?
This is it looks like a pizza kitchen. But look at them. They were just these guys were throwing such bombs at each other. This is 2 a.m. after all the bars closed. Boom.
Were you guys drunk?
Boom. No, we wouldn't let them fight drunk. That's a lawsuit.
That's bad.
But this was just if you want to see.
Isn't this a lawsuit?
No, cops used to come and watch in the fight.
Why? So anybody's allowed to fight as long as they're wearing gloves?
This was absolutely illegal, but we got away with it somehow.
Okay.
Because I mean, literally, cops would be there all the time. Cops. You look. So this. I'm telling you, if you guys are listening, type in SIDISIN versus Sense, and you just look at these guys. This is a slow motion. But Roxy, look at this. Look at this
I'm
exchange
trying to
right
add
here.
to my notes, but I can't find my notepad.
Watch this exchange. This exchange right here. This was a fucking war. It's backhand. He goes to backhand your ass. Yeah. I think it was the second round too. Where yeah. It was
damn. Not pretty for me, but
it was this whole.
It got better.
This whole thing was brutal. I mean, it was.
Were you any good?
Oh, he was the champion. He was 6-0. He was 6-0. He never lost, and he defended the title like 2 or 3 times. Watch this shot. This poor bastard takes this one. Boom. Oh, dude, I don't know how you got up from that one.
It was instinct.
Yeah. But because you remember, people were talking about this fight on campus for like months.
I knew I was in trouble with Sense when we were at the gym and like the guy had never been there before and he was just like throwing a weight and he's just like a farm strength kind of guy.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So I think I don't understand the situation.
Yeah.
Are you like him or are you like him?
What do you mean?
Like, are you weird like him? Or are you like him?
That's a good question. I think I'm probably split.
I think you're split in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't get a read on like, because I've known him for long enough. It's like it'd be like the first time I met Tom.
Yeah.
Is now I know we've met in passing, but like I don't know who you are.
Well, I met Tom before I met Kristian in college. I met Tom when I was in junior high school, and then I went to college and I met Kristian.
Yeah.
But actually,
can you bring him around everybody? Like, you know how sometimes you have to preface Tom? You gotta tell your friends, like...
Well, when Mike's in a crowd, you don't have to be like, you're not going to get a straight answer out of him. You'll get a straight conversation out of Mike for sure. Yeah. But no, what he says in the split. But then you'll get some really bizarre conversations out of Mike for sure, because he was having fun. He was having fun with some of the fans, I think, on Saturday. Like, what were you telling me? Something he said something that was amazing.
We procured a A-list celebrity for.
That was what it was.
Our show.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. No, he didn't lie. That's the thing. He goes around.
Let's not give it out. Don't give it out.
All right. He basically said that someone was in the show.
Oh, it's a doll. Or it's a voice.
But he didn't say that. He just said someone was in the show, and they're like, really? Like, yeah, he's in the show.
Oh.
But the way that they did it, the way that they sold it was.
It'd be like saying Denzel Washington is in the show.
No, he wasn't. Well, Juice was playing Denzel.
Yeah, Juice was playing Denzel.
Right. No, this character will be in the show.
Right.
Yeah. So something interesting. But anyway,
it's gonna be amazing.
All right,
comic book fame as well.
Let's take some phone calls and let's do some Twitter questions here because it is
still not getting it.
What? Yeah.
Still not getting it.
No. Well, not yet. It's only your first time meeting him. I forgot that you was Dorina was on the first time, right? Yeah.
Dorina.
Yeah. You're curious.
Because he's got the shirt on.
Yeah.
And then he's got like some long hair, kind of surfer boy looking.
The long hair goes in and out though. Sometimes because you had the long hair for a bit.
I only usually do 2 haircuts.
Yeah, long or super short.
Yeah.
Because last time I saw you it was short, and then it was long again. Because it goes for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're still trying to figure it out, Rox?
Yeah.
All right.
And then he boxes.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
But he used to.
But
he was
I'm
good.
piecing it together.
He was good, and he actually fought in the Tough Man Championship after those.
And I fought in Venice like 3 weeks ago.
That's right.
You still box.
Well,
Yeah,
it wasn't really boxing.
Yeah, there was something happened. There was a situation that happened.
We can't hear what it was.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean, I'm fucking walking down the street. I just got done. I finished my day. It was like 2 o'clock. I'm like, should I smoke a joint?
In the
Like,
afternoon?
Yeah. I was like, no. I was in Venice, so I usually take a walk to Santa Monica to get some Thai iced tea. And I take a walk. I'm walking my dog, Carolina, who you'll see in the episode as well. And so I hear something down the street. He's like, yo. And I'm like, it was like a fucking 2 blocks down the street. I'm like, this fucking big dude looks like De La Soul from back in the day.
Oh,
with dreads.
Yeah.
Dreads down to the floor. Easily like
Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, like 220, 230.
Screaming
like,
at you for no reason?
Well, I don't know. It was me. I'm walking my dog. No one. Why would you?
Right.
I'm walking my dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I see this guy. He's coming down the street. He's getting closer. He's like, "You fucked my mother. You fucked my mother." And I'm like, "What?" I'm going through a Rolodex really quick. I'm like, fuck this guy's mom. And as he's getting closer, I'm like, "No, this guy is out of control." But he's not talking to me. He must be talking to somebody
in a different
I'm with
dimension.
my dog. Why would you? Yeah. But as he's getting closer, I'm noticing in his eyes that he's like kind of in tune. No, in tune. And I'm like, he sincerely thinks I'm somebody else. And he's like, "You suck my dick." I'm like, "Whoa, bro! Now we got the wrong."
You fucked my mother and you sucked my dick. Okay.
Yeah, and he's wearing like sweatpants, but they're like no drawers underneath, and the dude is like fucking mess, and he's big.
Right.
So I'm like, he's gonna get up to me and realize I'm not the guy he's looking for. But as he gets closer, I shouldn't have let him get that close into my realm.
Right.
And he fucking like knocks my hand out, and Carolina goes crazy, like goes nuts into the street, and I'm
Runs
like,
away. She runs.
Yeah, like we're in it, in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like, holy shit, I'm going nuts.
Right. So you had to snap into this.
Is anybody around?
No one. Well, yeah, a chick with her kid was across the street, and she was watching it all. I didn't realize till later.
It's like right across the street from Google, right?
No, it was right behind Google, right near Zach Galifianakis' backyard.
Okay.
And there's cameras there and everything. Yeah. So he has dreads. So I grab him by his dreads and I flip him over my shoulder into like this warehouse wall. And it gives me enough time. I drop my phone, my wallet, everything. It gives me enough time to just run back to find Carolina.
Yeah.
I thought she got hit by a car.
Right.
You know, I was gonna fucking kill her. I saw a brick on the street. I was gonna hit him with a brick.
Because you dog.
But I was like, let me get the dog first and figure this out because my hair's out of control. I just got a shower. I wasn't like looking to fight. You know, I was walking my dog, getting a Thai seat.
Right.
So I fucking run home. Carolina's at the front gate. And I'm like, thank God. So I open up the front gate. I go inside. I fucking throw on a pair of sweatpants, throw on my Jordans.
Oh, you're pissed at this point.
Oh,
yeah.
fuming.
And she was okay, though, the dog. Yeah.
Dog was okay. I locked her in the house. I come running out the fucking street. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy?
Wait, I'm confused. You had time to run home?
It was right around the corner from my house.
And then you ran back and the guy was still there?
No, he was down the street a little ways. Well, he was like, he had bare feet. He was a fucking mess, you know?
Right.
And so he's walking down the street and he's like just hot shitting, whatever. And this chick's there. She's like, I saw the whole thing.
Did he remember you
calling
when
the
you
cops.
came back?
Oh, no, I go, where the fuck is he?
Right.
He goes down there. I go, watch this. I come running down. I'm like, what's up now, motherfucker? Now I got my dog with me. And it was probably one of the best performances I've ever put on. Everything was landing.
Did he remember?
I beat the shit out of him.
But he was ready. But he was ready to. He was ready to
engage. He wasn't ready to engage with what I was giving him because
but he knew. But he was ready to go again.
Wait, why did you beat the shit out of him?
Because he was.
He attacked me.
But I mean, he hit your hand. Did something happen after that?
No, they were scruffing.
Yeah, we were rolling around. I mean,
on
that's
the floor,
230
like,
pounds
in the street. Yeah,
on the street rolling around.
So he's trying to clear out. So the dog. So what happened was the guy hit his hand, and then the dog ran off, and then he attacked him, and Mike flipped him, and then went to go to his dog.
It cleared me enough space to run and check on my dog. I just cared about the dog.
He wanted to flip the guy out because the guy attacked him. He flipped him, and then he ran back, and then
once I realized the dog was safe. Then it was like all about.
But you went back because.
Oh, absolutely went back. I was going to put him on a stretcher.
Because he was.
Yeah.
Because he was.
Because he attacked me.
Yeah, because he attacked him.
But you said all you cared about was the dog, and the dog's safe.
Yeah, but I mean.
And you go back to.
The street politics.
Street politics.
That's it. Well, all right, we got a phone call, Roxy.
Nice.
Oh, Roxy. Cody. We got a phone. All right. Hey, you are in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Mario. I'm Mario from Puerto Rico. How you guys doing?
What's up, Mario?
Nice.
How you doing? What do you got for us today?
Huge fan from here, really. Two quick questions. Are you guys planning to get a Schmoedown to Orlando anytime soon?
The answer to that is we're definitely considering it. Right now we're focused on New York in August. If I had my way, I'd like to make it to Orlando by either end of September, early October.
No, let's go later. It'll be cold. I want to be hot there. When it's colder.
It's hot
here.
all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go like December.
December, I'm not doing. I'm not
All
doing.
right.
I'm not
That's
doing
November?
December. September, October.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
compromise on October.
Yeah.
you
So,
wanna
so
fly
the
on
answer is it is strongly going to be considered.
Okay, and the second question is there any chance you guys really see Henry Cavill being a Man of Steel sequel?
I'll let Reilly answer that one.
I don't know. Right now, we had that report that he walked. You know that he was not going to sign on for another one, and then he posts pictures that he in the Superman shirt. I think Shazam is a good indication if it does really well at the box office. Maybe they can work something out with Cavill, and we'll finally get one. But I haven't heard anything.
You haven't heard anything?
Yeah,
Well,
nothing's.
I don't think.
I'm worried.
Throw enough money on it, he'll do it.
I don't think it'll happen. I mean, well, you never know, but I think that I want to wait until Shazam comes out so we can talk more about stuff.
Yeah, I think Shazam's a good telling point. I want to see who they cast as the Batman. I think that's their stable character next to Wonder Woman and then Superman. And so I think if the Batman casting comes out with Matt Reeves and people lose their mind in a good way,
right?
I think Warner Brothers can go see we can get through this if negotiations are stalled.
Yeah.
So
I see this question up here.
It's a good Superman.
Sterling Jones asked if we've seen the teaser to Jamie Costa's Kenobi fan film yet. Let's bring that up, guys. So I knew Jamie Costa was working on this thing for a while, and that's fucking.
He's
crazy.
the voiceover guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Impressions.
That's the test footage. How about the? Do they have it? Is it on YouTube? Maybe it's on.
I think it's on Instagram.
Try Instagram,
Yeah.
guys.
He's a really funny guy.
Have you ever seen Jamie Costa's Robin Williams?
Oh
my gosh,
Unbelievable.
It's really good.
We'll show you that next.
He does a good Jack too. He does a lot of good guys.
It's probably on Instagram, guys.
Is that his best one?
Kenobi.
Go to
Robin
that
Williams.
crowdfunding
Robin Williams is
video. I
really-
think that's what it was.
It's him, pretty much.
Is this it? Let's see. That might be it. Yeah. Let's try that. Play it.
Yeah. This is it.
So this is the short little teaser for the Obi-Wan fan film.
You will be a Jedi. I promise.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
That's him.
That's him. But bring up Robin Williams real quick. I want to show Mike the Robin Williams thing.
He's a funny guy.
You just type in Jamie Costa Robin Williams.
He was good on the when we used to do
You
the
just mentioned this
celebrity.
dude the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
here,
celebrity
the first
dating
one's
game.
good. Yeah.
Oh
So,
my God.
here,
I have this itch.
What's wrong?
You were on that.
I can't get to it.
What is it? Where is it?
I just realized
7 year
on
itch?
camera. No,
Here
it's
you go.
like
Here's-
a weird.
here, Mike,
on your
Mike.
leg,
So here we go. Turn it up.
Cool and they eat and they love them. Nano. Being naked is the only way you can enjoy
His face.
Jack, have you ever heard of the story of the Fisher King? No thanks.
Good morning, Vietnam! We interrupt the sucky weather to bring you this. Yo, the name is Batty. I've gone quite matty. My logic is erratic.
No, you gotta fantasize the woman, yes. Dance.
Madonna. It's Flubber! Oh, watch out! Oh! Sorry, Weebo.
I wanted to be a father. Daddy. Not Teddy.
God.
That's my
So
happy thought.
good.
It's so good.
It's really good.
It's dead on.
And the Avengers back.
Spot
Yeah,
on.
he's like the sweetest guy in the world. All right, we can
Really
pause
nice
it.
guy.
But anyway, so let's get some more phone calls. Got somebody codes? Thank you.
Oh.
Hey, you know where that's from, right? The yeah.
No,
I
what
don't.
is that from? Is it from? Oh,
That's
is it
from High on Crack
Oh,
Street.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, now I do.
Yeah.
Because he says so, he goes. That's
Boo Boo.
not
It's
the
a
ropes
Boo Boo?
one.
Yeah, it's Boo Boo.
Yeah.
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 We have
Listen
another high
here,
on
Jack.
crack.
You better listen, Jack.
Oh
Hey,
my
you're in
gosh.
Collider Live. Who we got?
Cool.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Who we got?
What's up? My name's Blake from Huntington Beach, California. I've
What's-
been a long-time listener of the show.
What's up, Blake? How you doing, man? What's going on? What do you got for us today?
Good. I just wanted to ask you guys, what was your favorite video game during your childhood? Any type of classic
easy.
Nintendo games?
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
It's a good one. Tecmo
That was a
Super
good
Bowl.
one for me too.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's
Yeah.
Punch Out was my favorite.
I mean, sport wise, it's RBI baseball.
Baseball Stars.
Great
good one.
game.
Great game.
And then I can't go away from the original Legend of Zelda. I think it's the best game ever made. It was the first game that had the save options, everything.
Yeah, Punch-Out, that was one of mine, but Super Mario Brothers, that thing I played for hours.
My favorite arcade game as a kid was Double Dragon.
Great game.
I used to love eating pizza.
Rygar was good as an arcade, but it never translated into like...
Because it didn't have a save option. Rygar, it was uncompletable.
Roxy, do you have one?
I love whatever my brother was playing is what I had to play.
Okay.
But Mortal Kombat, a lot of Super Mario also.
Right, Mortal Kombat.
As I say that, I realize something. I really love Joe's Pizza.
Good. Santa Monica.
Oh, it's so good.
I went there with you.
They have it in a lot of places. They have it in Hollywood too.
I'll tell you why. Because I used to love when I played Double Dragon. I would go to the pizzeria that they had there, and slices back then were 75 cents. Believe that?
Oh, easily.
But I haven't had like good pizza here.
What's
in
the
a while.
slice of pizza cost now?
$2.50? No.
You go to
$5.
Apple Keynote, it's $5.
Well, you're getting ripped off. What, they put on gold?
That's what I thought.
No, it's like $2.50. Even then, it's too much.
But even at Joe's, $2.50.
Think so.
No, Joe's.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm still on back prices.
Yeah, you're like $4 at Joe's.
I'm
like, where are you
I
going?
might be
I
on
know
back
Joe's.
prices.
I bet we could look it up.
It's like $36 for a pie that big.
I don't know about that, but anyway, it's way worth it because Joe's Pizza is phenomenal.
Did you ever do the Big Mamas?
Terrible.
Yeah.
And get the big, like the huge one?
Big Mamas blew up after the Ellen did that whole thing on.
It's a pizza as big as the table. And it's terrible.
It's not good. It's literally just bullshit squares. It's on Hollywood.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's bullshit.
No, we used to go to this place called Pizza USA.
Well, and why is it horrible?
It's not horrible. It's great.
Why would I say it was horrible?
Because it had USA in the title.
Is it and because anytime anyone, like, obviously nothing against USA, but anytime someone has to put that in their title of their restaurant, it doesn't mean that it's any good.
They were an American who made it though.
Well,
Why do you say that?
Well, they weren't.
Pizza
No,
USA.
not that.
It sounds like they're just trying to like market it. It doesn't sound like it's like real.
But
real
it was
food.
good. It was pretty good.
There's no way.
Here's the deal.
Pizza USA.
We would go
they went
in
out of
there.
business for a reason.
Well, because they were
terrible.
They were not good people.
Oh.
They were good pizza, but not good people.
You
So
don't
you'd
usually
walk
go out of
in.
business because somebody's not a good person.
You'd walk in, there'd be nobody there, and then it
Well,
seemed like
there's no. You just said it.
And
there
then
was
somebody
no
would
one
come
there.
Out, then somebody would come out of the woodwork and be like, "Can I help you?" And we're like, "Yeah, we'll
Right.
just get a couple of slices."
But there was no
and it
one
would seem like it was
there.
a,
but then somebody would tap somebody on the back, would tap somebody on the back, tap somebody on the back,
Make a slice of
and
pizza.
then go get a slice of
Because
pizza.
they probably broke someone's legs from a real pizzeria and then sold the slices from
Probably
the
not
back.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me in
Verrazano's was the best.
That's
They
what
went
happened to
out
me
of
in
business.
Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that place was too big.
She
if it was
loves
open,
cheese, by the way.
Yeah, but
I'm
if
a
it was
vegan. I
open
don't eat
now,
cheese.
Why don't you
Did you
look
hear that?
messed up from the fight that you got in? I did hear it.
Sorry.
Why don't you look messed up from the fight you got
It was.
in?
It was.
Oh, it's clean.
It was,
Well, I mean, it was a little. Well,
it was a while
I
ago.
did have some
wasn't
stuff
it?
on my arm and stuff. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
Oh, it was a few weeks.
Like a
ago.
month or so.
It was like a month
Yeah.
ago.
Weeks.
Yeah. You still trying to figure it out the fight?
Hmm.
All right, let's take another fun phone call.
Well, he didn't come hit me with a brick. He came to like kind of put his weight on me, and next thing you know, we were.
No, I
all-
heard
yeah.
you.
Yeah. All right. Just curious about it. All right. Hey, you're all right, Cody. Thank you. All right, you're in Collider Live. What do we got?
Liedrich from Florida. I want to ask Roxy, if somebody threw a piece of cheese at you, wouldn't you retaliate?
It's a very fair question.
Are we talking about the cheese in the animals' faces?
Let me tell you, this is the best fucking phone call that we've ever got.
Yeah, I mean, I would have a right to more than
Yeah.
she did.
Did
'cause
you
I
see
bet
the video
she
that we
eats
played
cheese.
before?
With the cats getting hit?
No. Bring what? No, not this. Don't. I don't want to see the baby get hit with cheese. All right, put on the other one that we showed this morning. The poor baby can't defend himself. Put on.
It stuck well though.
It stuck well, but because of this cheese
Processed
challenge, I want to play
cheese.
this
I'd
cheese.
be-
So the question on the table, because of this video we showed, do we have this still, guys? Or we're looking for it?
He's
You
scrambling.
found he found it on Instagram last time.
Yep.
So I think.
Come on, Alex, get your shit together.
Yes, I would. I'd probably do what I did to Snyder, which
Yell
is
at
turn
him.
around
But
and
you
yell.
wouldn't-
I'm
you
not
wouldn't- you
gonna
wouldn't hit
ever.
them.
I'm never ever
Here
gonna
you go.
hit
Here,
somebody that I'm
Mike,
dating.
Tom, watch this. Up
Under
here.
any circumstances.
Watch this. I love this video. We'll watch it twice.
Oh my
Get
goodness.
you a comfy fly, girl. Cheese
Ooh.
challenge.
That
Cheese
is-
challenge.
Motherfucking bitch!
Why'd you throw it back at me?
Because why the fuck is you throwing cheese in my face?
It's a
bitch?
challenge.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. And isn't there only on babies, you dickhead?
You acting like a baby right now. Stop, please. That hurts.
You're
Whoa,
fucking dickhead.
Damn.
Fucking
Wait, watch.
with that shit.
My favorite
bitch.
part coming up.
Stop. I'm sorry.
No, you're not fucking sorry. Fucking asshole.
Cheese challenge.
Oh wow.
Look at him dodging and moving.
Wow.
That's a great run.
Fucking asshole.
He threw a block. That's a block of cheese.
Was it a block?
Yeah, that wasn't a slice. That hit her hard.
You take it. Let me throw cheese at you, bitch. No, put your hands down. Let
Sounds
me
like a
throw
healthy
cheese
relationship.
At you, bitch.
Yeah.
Come on. You act like you fucking bothered cheese in this.
Anyway, so
that's a problem.
You would,
Yeah, I would.
If it was a block of cheese, I think she has a little bit more reason to be
It
pissed off.
seemed like a block of cheese. That does not seem like a
I
craft
don't think
single.
so. No, I think it was a craft single.
No way.
Slow mo that the initial
Watch
hit.
how it hits her.
Go to the original, the first hit. Is that a block of cheese?
No
or?
way. 0. Literal 0% chance.
Let's see if that's a block of cheese or if that's just a single piece of cheese. All right, push play, boys.
Either way, I wouldn't be too happy about it either.
No,
see?
It looks a little thicker.
It does, right?
Yeah, and she's so happy before that
I
happens.
know. I mean, she's cute. I don't know why I did that for her.
Oh, you hit her in the jaw.
Look, that's not a slice.
Don't F with your girl.
It doesn't really look like a slice.
It looks like a slice.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a plastic with plastic on it.
It is plastic.
It looks like 2 individual slices somehow.
Yeah,
Something,
I'm pretty sure this is fake. I hate to be that guy.
Do you think it's fake?
I agree
yes,
with-
it's a verified Instagram account. Everyone in the chat room is.
I agree. I agree with that too.
But what does that mean? Verified?
It looked like she hit him hard with the punches, though.
They're an Instagram comedian. They do
they're
sketches like this all the time.
Oh, okay.
No, I agree with you, but still, I'm sure that happens for real as well.
Okay.
I wouldn't be too
Still
happy
was
about
good.
it. Let's put it that way.
The guy was. He was funny.
He did a good job,
He
yeah.
was funny because that's my favorite part. That's my favorite. Cheese challenge comes back the second time. Yeah. Yeah.
It depends what kind of mood I was in.
Cheese challenge.
Anyway, all right. Let's do one more. Let's do a question, Reilly, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah, let me find one over. Well, this Twitter one, they've been asking. A lot of people are wondering what all the Avengers posters that popped up because they showed everybody that's been dusted and everybody that's been alive, but one of the big ones is Valkyrie. Valkyrie has been
a rumor that she's coming out anyway, right?
She's on the poster now, so she's alive.
All right, you want my prediction?
Is that Tessa Thompson?
No, here's my prediction.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone who has been in Avengers or anyone who's been in a Marvel movie, anyone.
Yeah.
Minus like Hugo Weaving, obviously, because he doesn't want to be in these movies, will show up in these movies one way or another.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's the end. It's the season series finale, if you will.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to show up. So you name them, whether they died or not, they're going to show up.
He could bring them back.
Do they have a Stanley in the can?
Yeah, they have a
believe
bunch
they
of
do.
Stanleys in the can from. I think that they've been.
I think the rumor is his last one he filmed is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Okay.
Which would be kind of poetically nice.
Right, because it's Spider-Man, obviously.
Spider-Man, yeah.
All right, listen, I want to thank the guys for coming in here today, Mike
Yeah, man, we
and
really
Tom.
appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Of course.
Appreciate that.
Check out Lil Bobby and the Juice. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, listen to Roxy and myself on the latest episode.
Yeah.
Roxy Striar, you can follow her. Roxy, will see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
for
baby.
sure. And then, everybody else, make sure you go to the Schmoedownlive.com. We got tickets available for San Diego on July 20th. You're going to be there May 18th. And there's only maybe 20 tickets left. Over 815 people bought tickets for the Chicago event, the Schmoedownlive.com. Subscribe here to Collider Video, Apple Podcast, all the stuff. Watch the clip outs, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
When a goldfish here.